From Darling Stadium, November the 20th, 2015, it's Friday night playoff football. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Paul Rowe, along with Bob Hintz on one side of me and Brent Musgrove on the other side of me. And ladies and gentlemen, we're here at Darling Stadium tonight for the Hampton High School and Norview High School Division 5 playoff.
And let me tell you, this is a kind of a game that you really don't know how it's going to end up because nobody has played similar opponents.
No.
And Norview didn't get to play but 9 games this year. They couldn't get an extra game, so they ended up 9-2. They've won the games, a couple games, so now they're 10-2. But the key team that they have run into that's similar to Hampton is Nasman River. Well, Nasman River doesn't have that greatest of win-loss record, but this young man who's won over Coach Cotton has done a great job with them. He's taken a team that was 1-9 in the last 2 years is 19-3. That's pretty good.
Wow, no, that's
pretty
better
good.
than pretty good there, Bob. That's
yeah.
very, very good. But I understand Norview has a good team anyway, not just the coaches. They've got some good players out there, too. And I'm really excited about seeing this quarterback, Derek Mack or Daria. Is it Derek?
Derek Mack.
Derek Mack. I'm really interested in seeing him. Over 1,000 yards passing and a really smart young kid, they say.
Well, last year he was a backup quarterback, played safety. So if you remember when Tyrod Taylor and Curry both played safety and quarterback, you have as a safety can almost pick up what the quarterback's going to do.
Yes.
And so that was a good learning experience for him. He's got a great arm. He's 6'3". I think he's like 217, 220.
Oh, wow.
Big kid. Throws a great ball. I was watching him. He throws a heavy ball. I mean, it's coming in.
Ooh. Well, 6'3", he's going to be able to see the field real well too.
Yeah.
So.
Well, but you look on the other side and you look at Quillen. Quillen has amassed over 7,000 yards in his career at Hampton High.
And how many times has that been done?
About 3 or 4 times.
Yeah. That's amazing.
And they were from Hampton.
yeah.
I'm not going to give you names, but I already mentioned the names, Curry and Tyrod. But I just look for a game that Hampton can score so quick because Bubba can get that ball. No, he can get that ball to Daz Newsome. And if Daz gets ahead of steam, they're not going to catch it.
Forget it. That man can flat out run.
Yeah. Listen, right now we're going to go down on the field, and Brent Musgrove has Coach Cotton from Norview. Let's go down to Brent.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with head coach Delton Cotton of the Norview Pilots. Coach, great season so far, coming here 8-2. Give you a little background to my fans out here. You graduated Granby in East Carolina. You coached at Maury a little while, coached at Old Dominion a little while. Then this team job opens up a couple of years ago, and you come in here, take over a team that's 1-9, and in the last 2 years you're 19-4. I say it's a pretty good stride to get to these playoffs tonight.
Yeah, well, it speaks a lot to the kids in general. Norview has always had a history of having, we got good kids. Our principal is unbelievable, Dr. Staley. She does a great job with, running an unbelievable school, and just the character of the kids and the staff of that school is unbelievable.
Well, let's talk about a couple of players. When we had the chance to get together at the school the other day, you impressed me with some numbers. I want to talk about your quarterback, number 1, of course, Mack, I think his name is. Tell us the people a little bit about what this gentleman is.
Well, Darryl Mack played. He's been in the program for 3 years. Was over at the local middle school at Zelugard Middle School. Did a real good job with them. Won a championship there. Came in and we asked him last year to be a backup quarterback and also play some safety. So he's been on both sides of the ball. And then this year we asked him to come and play quarterback for us, and he's done a pretty good job for us. He's getting better and better each week, so I'm proud of him.
Well, he's just a junior, and just to give the fans some stats, it's 1,800 yards passing and about 800 yards rushing, 26 touchdowns. Is that about right? Yeah,
that's about right. Again, he's matured so much, so much faster than any quarterback I've ever had, and I had some pretty good ones, and just proud of the kid and just hope he can continue to mature.
I think one thing that helps him is having the ability to play defense and see what quarterbacks do. When you go into that other position, you kind of have a better feel for it.
Yeah, I think that that year of playing defense and, he was a backup, a reserve quarterback. being that reserve quarterback was a great opportunity for him to sit back and learn, a lot more and just become better at his craft.
Let's go about one more player, number 5, your 1,000-yard rusher, Marks. Tell us a little bit about him.
Well, they both were on the same middle school team, so he's a junior also. Again, they won a championship together in middle school, and Marks has worked his butt off to be a great football player. He's pretty good athlete, tough kid, and has done a great job for us in the last 3 years.
Well, it's very obvious you've turned this program around, and I'm not taking these shots at any other mistakes. Great last couple of years. Now, my last question to you is, as a coach, you get the film and you look around. Tell us what you see as a coach about this Hampton team tonight.
Oh, it's a Mike Smith team, so it's going to be a great team, and he does a heck of a job, and it's always done it. And one of the coaches you look up to, one of the coaches you have no choice but to look up to. He's legendary. He's always very prepared. His quarterback is unbelievable. He got great athletes, over there at Hampton, and it's a tall task for us tonight, and I just hope we can play well.
Well, Coach, I want to thank you so much, not only for this interview and taking the time, but for all the help you gave Bob and I when we came over there this week. Look forward to seeing you again, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Thanks so much. Okay, guys, back up to you.
All right, thanks, Brandon. Appreciate that. And Coach Cotton did. He really helped us out. Open arms, sat down in his office and talked to everything that we wanted to. We're finishing up the national anthem. We just finished it. Anyway, talk about the officials. We got a Peninsula District crew. And I talked to George Adamowski, who's part of the crews here. He says every home game on the peninsula will be done by these people.
Right.
So, and we got Alan Denton, who is referee. William Gibbs is the umpire. The linesman is Sergio Jimenez. The line judge is Tony Krug. The side judge is Dave Stonage. Field judge is Haywood Goldsby. And the back judge is Kenny Hayes. You've seen Hampton play. What do you take off when you see these guys and you see Tyrod? I mean, you see Tyrod, but his name is now Bubba,
Quillen.
right? Bubba Quillen. But you see this guy, and then you see Daz Newsome, and you've seen all these Newsome kids come through. What's your take on them? You say, because you went to Kecoughtan High School, so you've been watching Hampton High play for a long, long time.
I have. The word talent is the first thing that pops into your head.
Right.
There is a tremendous amount of talent there. Speed, quickness. The same thing you would say about the Ronald Couric generation of players that came up through there. But Quillen is just an amazing quarterback. He's a guy that you want the ball in his hands because he's going to make something work some way or another. And if he can't, he's got people like Daz Newsome out there and others that he can get the ball to them. And I swear, Newsome and Quillen, I think, have their own little connection. I don't know whether it's an ESPN type thing, but they know what each other are doing. Yeah, and they just can make this connection that others can't make. They know what they're doing. It's just amazing to me. So, I think talent, I think speed, I think smarts, I think really great team. And I've talked to Mike and I've talked to others, Danny. This is one of the best teams they've had in years, and they've had some great ones.
If you were talking, you missed the dog.
No, I didn't miss. I was trying to keep a straight face talking to you while that was going on.
I don't know how you did it. You did good. But, and I look at these team, and I go along with what Brett Musgrove said when you and him was doing the sideline. He said that's when he really found out how quick and fast Quillen can be.
Yeah, it amazed us that night. I mean, Brent looked at me and he said, "Do you see what we just saw?" And I said, "For a half second, I did."
Yeah,
Boom,
it's amazing. We go on and on and on how good these teams are, but right now we want to go back down the field. Brent Musgrove has Coach Danny Mitchell, who is substituting for Mike Smith tonight.
Thanks again, guys. I got a real pleasure here tonight. I got the assistant head coach, Danny Mitchell. Danny, I've gone back a long way. We spent some time in the pews at church together. The Hampton High program, you're part of the legends of it. Mike Smith's got 462 victories, and they're the ninth-ranked winningest team in the high school in the country. Right. And so you've been a big part of that. So going into that tonight, I got to ask you the first question. Last week we watched your quarterback holding his arm and holding his hand. I must have been asked 5 times in the last week. Is there any injury there? Was it just a stunner, or what happened?
If he's hurt, I don't know anything about it. I mean, he practiced every day, and everything's all fine. It's fine.
Okay, well,
Bubba's not hurt.
Okay, because we kept watching him pull on that arm and stuff, and everybody in the stands must have seen the same things. He's just trying to set us up for the playoffs, I think.
He must be. I don't know.
All right, let's talk a little bit about your quarterback Quillen. 7,000 yards, only the 4th guy in the state to do that. You say he's coming in healthy. In preparing him for this game tonight, he's got to prepare him 2 positions, safety and quarterback. What does he look at offensive?
Well, you know, he's a great quarterback. I mean, he's a kid that when he first come in, we weren't sure he was ever going to make it with us. And, you know, he started out as a wideout. He scored his first touchdown as a wideout. But he come from good, you know, his father quarterbacked at Kickintan. Of course, Q, his grandfather, coached at Kickintan and at Heritage. He comes from good stock, and Bubba got a little bit better every year. And Bubba's as talented as any quarterback we've ever had.
I just want to tell you, I was doing the sidelines in the Kickintan game, and I had never realized how fast he was until I was down here on the sidelines and saw him beat those angles the kids were trying to take on him.
Well, I don't know how fast he is. I just know when he gets behind, they don't usually catch him, so that's always a good sign.
All right, let's go to your running back. Got to kind of come in and really stabilize some things, and that's Strickland. Let's talk a little bit about him.
Well, yeah, you know, he got hurt earlier in the year, and he's done a great job for us. He worked hard to get back to where he was at, and in the meantime, you know, we got the Smith boy who's, you know, his dad played for us when Ronald was here, and he developed into a good running back. And so just having one now, you know, we've got a 1-2 punch that we're really happy with. Let
me go with the last question. Is for you and Coach. Looking at this team, they've really done a turnaround in the last couple of years. He comes in here 19-4 in the last 2 years, and has played some tough games. What do you see in this team tonight, Coach?
You know, with Coach over there, you know, he turned Mario around, you know, and he was one of the first guys that was hired over at ODU. So you know he's a good coach. All his teams are always disciplined. He's got a great quarterback that throws it, he'll pull it down and run. He's got some receiver. He's athletic, but he's disciplined. And at this time of the season, you know, disciplined teams are that's who's going to win the game. Whoever's the most disciplined has worked the hardest, you know, the week to prepare. That's usually the team that's going to win the game.
Cool head usually prevails.
Most definitely. I mean, you know, you're not going to change anything now on the 12th game of the season. And, you know, Donovan's done a great job over there. And, you know, I still wake up some mornings and remember when he was at Maury, when we had Tyrod here. So, you know, we know that they're going to be ready to play tonight.
Coach, I want to thank you so much for taking this opportunity to give me a chance to talk to you. I haven't done it in a while.
I know. Hey, Mike trying to set us both up tonight, Brent.
All right, Coach. Thanks again. Back up to you guys.
All right, thank you very much, Brad. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to begin this game here at Darling Stadium as they're going. It's a little pooch kick. It goes to about the 40-yard line, and Hampton looks like they're going to break loose, and he's got a chance to score immediately on the kick. Nobody's going to stop him. He is in the end zone. 60-yard return, and we'll get you the number here in a second. A little pooch kick that just goes wrong for Norview as Hampton takes that one on the fly and takes it back 60 yards. Bob, that was amazing.
Well, what happened was he caught the ball and the defense did not go at him. They tried to get an angle on him. He got on the sideline and nobody picked him up. And right there he is. That's the number.
Number 22
for the Crabbers.
And that is Anton Brown, the flex on offense.
Oh, my goodness.
So the kick is up, and the kick is going to be good. And did we have any time to go off the clock here? 11 seconds maybe? 11 seconds go off the clock here at Darling Stadium. And ladies and gentlemen, Hampton out to a quick 7-0 lead. A great run by Anton Brown as we watch the replay here. Watch little pooch kick. He picks it up at the 40-yard line. He's touched by how many people? Maybe one, as the kicker tried to shove him out of bounds, but there was no way you're going to stop Anton Brown, and he just went right down the sideline 60 yards later. Hampton is up 7-0 here already at Darling Stadium.
Well, that was number 66 that made the extra point, and he's kicking off. And I don't know that the 66 we got named Patrick Morris, if that's who it is or not. But he's kicking off. I guarantee you they're not going to do a pooch kick. Wow. We didn't even get it set down. My goodness.
All right, here's the kickoff by the Crabbers. Looks like it's going to go to about the 15-yard line.
Good run back.
Nice run back between the 25 and the 30. We'll have to see where they spotted about the 28-yard line, I believe.
That was DJ Johnson that got that ball and come around to the left-hand side, picked up a couple blocks, and even after it bounced, which you don't want to let, you want to catch the ball. And he let it bounce and still come out with pretty good field position on the 28.
So here comes Norview coming out of the huddle. Watch number 1, the quarterback, Derek Mack. He's the one that's going to make this team go if they go anywhere. He'll get the ball. He'll hand it off. Looks like he's going to hand it off to Marks, number 5. He'll go off the right-hand side, pick up a couple.
And it was the right-hand side, but the left-hand side of that defensive front of the Crabbers, and they stopped him for a little game. They're going to give him a couple yards, but that was a generous spot.
And it looks like Norview is playing out of the hurry-up offense here. Once again, number 1 and 5 in the backfield. Mack and Marks.
Well, usually he has 2 running backs, but I notice he's got 4 wideouts. And I'm doing a little bubble screen and hit the receiver, number 10.
Anton Ashby. So Mack putting it up real quickly here.
Well, I think he heard footsteps.
Yeah. That was kind of obvious, yes, he did.
But they're not huddling. They're just coming right out ready to go, trying to catch the Crabbers off guard.
Yeah, they don't want that defense to set. They know that the Crabber defense is pretty good. Mack back to pass again.
He had 3 wideouts over here.
And he's got one of them. That looks like number 6. Is that Devin Wofford? That is Devin Wofford, number 6.
Yes.
And is that number 8?
No, it's number 8. You're absolutely right. It's number 8.
And that would be Isaiah King, I believe.
All right, now what you're going to see is he had 3 wideouts to the bottom of the screen and 1 at the top, and that's who he went to right there. Right back, ready to go. They've got a scripted number of plays they're going to go.
This one goes to Marks, the running back, and he'll again take it to the right side. He'll pick up a few yards on that one as he gets some good yardage.
Well, he went a little bit off tackle that time, but the coach said that number 1 and number 5, the quarterback and Marks, both of them played on an undefeated team in middle school. And Mack and Mark, both of them, good athletes.
They know each other. This time Mack keeps it himself, and he finds a hole, and it slides down. He's just trying to get the first down.
And he did. Well, that's where you have a situation where you give the ball off to your running back, give it to him, and then you fake it and then go the other way. Picked up a good block on the left side.
Very similar to what we'll probably see Quillen do in a different way when he takes the keeper. There you see it right there. He keeps it and just keeps that slant. Nice big hole right there for him.
Drop back.
Back to pass. He's going to hit Marks with it, and this time he is stopped cold quickly. Completed pass. But he's not going to get much. In fact, he's going to lose a couple.
Number 8 for the Crabbers. Nice stop that time.
Number 8 was Tyquan Brown. Now they've got 3 receivers up top again, Bob.
Well, and if you notice, even on that completed pass, he lost 2 yards. Great defense. As he turned to run after he caught the ball, the tackler was right there.
He's looking to that side again, and he's got another opening. That's number 4. That's DJ Johnson.
DJ went right down and found the softness in that zone and just sat down, and Mack did a great job of getting the ball to him.
Did, and he made a nice run afterwards too, DJ Johnson did. Picked up some extra yardage after the catch. Again with the, I don't want to call it a hurry up, but it's a no huddle offense.
Well, I would call it hurry up.
Mack hands it off to Mark again, and he tries that right side. A flag goes across the screen in front of me there.
And normally you find holding in that situation, or if it's back here, may have been movement in the backfield. We'll see if Alan Denton lets us know what happened here.
Illegal procedure, offense, 6 men on the line of scrimmage. 5 yards. Still first down.
You got to have at least 7 men on that line of scrimmage, and you can't leave a tackle uncovered.
And they know that, but sometimes you make mistakes.
Well, when you start moving them, you know, your wideouts from one side to the other, one of them forgets he's got, one of them's got to be a split end.
Yep.
Well, that brings up, what is that, 1st and 15
Still
then.
1st and 15 now. Ball sitting at about the 32-yard line of the Crabbers, as this has been a very good sustained drive for the Norview Pilots. Back in the backfield, in motion is Anton Ashby to the right side. Mack pitches it back to Marks. Marks goes to the left side. He's got a little bit of room before he runs into 4 Crabbers, who take him down near the 25-yard line.
Number 22 for the Crabbers is one of the tacklers that Anton Brown does a great job coming down the line to stop him. He picked up 7 yards, because you have to understand it's 2nd and 8, but he started from 5 yards further back.
Due to the penalty. So now it's 2nd down. They got 8 yards to go. Mack gets it again. He's back to pass, looking to that right side again. He's going for the end zone. He's going deep. He's got a man there, and it is
incomplete.
Incomplete. He juggled it.
He's calling him out of bounds.
Oh, is that what he's calling?
Yeah, he said he was out of bounds when he got the ball. I thought there was a jump ball. Either one of those 2 guys could end up with the ball.
Nice pass by the young quarterback, number 1,
and that was
Derek Mack.
That was Daz Newsom back there. Watch him. He's going over. It looks like either one of them could end up with it, but he came down out of bounds, and Newsom ended up with the ball.
Yes, he did.
Very questionable.
Here they are with 3rd down now. I'd look for a pass again, and there it is. He's looking to that left side again, but he's not finding anybody open. He's starting to scramble it. He's going to get hit. No. He takes it out. He gets the 1st down and then some. He'll get down to the 10-yard line, and Hampton had him in the grasp and let him go.
He just didn't quite get him. I'm trying to pick up the number. It looks like number 9 for the Crabbers. And no, it must be number 8. No, it was 9. It was
number 9, Elijah
Brown.
Conliffe.
It was Brown, wasn't it? No, Conliffe. You're right.
Right there, I thought he was going to get him. And he was just able to slip out of his grasp, and that took it down
just
to the 10-yard line.
Little speed right at the end. And here he's quarterback keeper.
Bringing it down inside the 10-yard line. I tell you, I'm impressed with Norview's offense here, Bob. They've been moving the ball north and south, or this direction, which would be
well, they're not going
east. I'm sorry. Yeah.
we'll say north and south.
Yes,
that's
it's
what
supposed to be
mean.
north and south, but technically
right.
it's west. But
we
know what we mean.
We're not going to quibble.
No. They're going in the direction they want to go, and they're doing it.
You got Mack in back, and Marks is back to with him. They normally have 2 running backs, but they're trying to spread out this Hampton defense a little bit and doing a good job of it.
A real good job. This time they give it to Marks, and he goes up the middle this time, and he's going to get down inside.
Looks like inside the 5, Paul.
Once again, they're picking up some yardage on the runs and then opening up with the pass, and they're being successful so far, Bob.
Number 54 for the Crabbers, Majette was in on the stop. Brings up 3rd down and, what about 4? 3.5?
Just about. Yeah, 4. 4 is what they're saying, so I'll go with that. 3rd and 4. Mack and Marks in the backfield for Norview. Marks gets it, and he goes right up the middle, and is he? Oh!
He didn't quite make it.
He was close.
It looks like they stopped him right at the, almost at the 1-yard line is when they're going to mark it. Marking it at the 1, and that was just the center of the Crabber line. But Marks had a good head of steam.
He did. They opened a nice hole for him.
And it's 4th down, so, this is where they're going to try to just get him in there.
Oh, yeah. Whoa.
And he did not get in there.
Did not get in.
Great job by Quillen.
Whoa.
Quillen came up and knocked him back.
Does it surprise you?
Wow.
Great defensive stop by the Hampton Crabbers. Watch this run as Mark gets it to the left side. He gets hit right there.
And
then watch this. Boom.
Quillen just drove him backwards.
Kept him out of the end zone.
Oh, they could have picked up a first down. I didn't realize that.
Ooh. I didn't realize that either, Bob. They're doing that?
They got the first down.
First down.
Wow. A great job, and that was a good defensive stand, but now you got to do it 4 times. And guess who you think is going to get the ball?
You want me to flip a coin? Marks or Marks?
Marks, well, the quarterback could keep it.
The quarterback could keep it, true. One or both of them.
Right.
I'd say Marks, the way he's been having success here in the last few runs.
I do too.
We'll see what happens.
I think he's going off the right side.
Whoa, what is this? Shift.
A whistle, that could hurt.
Encroachment. Defense. Half the distance. Still first down.
Defense.
Well, they didn't. The line never set. They just changed position. One side and the other one to the other side. What a nice move. And that ball is almost touching.
Really? I mean, half the distance is not going to give them much anyway. But here they go. And it's the quarterback sneak, and he's going to get in real easy right there as number 1, Derek Mack, takes it in for the Norview Pilots. And they're on the board with 5 minutes and 18 seconds left in the first quarter here at Darling Stadium. Nice series of plays coming down the field.
I was impressed with not only the series of plays that they called, but the execution.
There is no flag. The result of the play, touchdown.
Okay. I did not even see the flag down there.
Norview marches down the field, run, pass.
And they never had a 4th down until they were right at the goal line.
And in comes the kicker, and
it's
that's
Kuhlman.
Kuhlman.
Yes. Brady 4.
Kick is
blocked. Wow, that line was porous. Oh my goodness. Well, Hampton's had the ball for seconds. Yeah. Right? And they've had the ball, they being Norview, have had the ball for
almost 7 minutes.
7 minutes?
7, 8 minutes, yeah. Very good sustained drive. But look how many Crabbers are in there, Bob.
4.
They're all over the place. But you're right. Hampton really technically hasn't had any offensive plays yet, and we've got 5 minutes left in the first quarter, and Hampton is still ahead, 7-6. It's only 1 point, but they're still ahead.
Right. And, we do 12-minute quarters.
Right.
In high school football, different than the college, different than the pros. But I'm excited because, everybody says, Hampton's going to do that. I said, when you get to this level, most of the teams are pretty competitive.
Yes, they are.
You're not going to blow many people out.
And like we mentioned at the beginning, Norview, their losses came to the 2 of the top teams in the state.
Right. Lake Taylor and Highland Springs.
Highland Springs. Another short pooch kick.
Let it go out of bounds, and they get the ball at the 35. And you know what he's doing? He does not want Newsom to get that ball and run it back.
I think Brent Musgrove scared Norview after telling him how fast Daz Newsom was after we saw him on the sidelines.
Illegal procedure. Kicking team. Free kick, kicked out of bounds, untouched by R. 25 yards from the previous spot. 1st and 10. Kick can.
Kick Hampton.
Hampton.
Guess where he went to school? Guess where he went to school?
Today is November the 20th, 2015, and we're at Darling Stadium.
Yeah, you're right. Andy said he could work for us.
All right, we're going to warn you ahead of time, ladies and gentlemen, with the numbers and the colors of the uniforms here. It's going to be a little tough for us to pick them up, but we'll do the best we can. Of course, we know Quillen has it. He pitches back, and it looks like Strickland's going to get it.
No, Smith.
Is it Smith?
Yeah, he got 32. Smith is back there.
Raquan Smith is back there. I'm sorry.
And we got a Norview player that looks like he's shaking up a little bit down there.
I saw the 2 coming around on the screen there. I thought that was Strickland, but it's number 32, Raquan Smith.
You did see it, too.
Yes, I did.
You just didn't see the 3.
Didn't see the 3.
Well, I'm impressed that you saw the 2.
Thanks.
Well, these are not, I'm not disparaging you. It's the numbers on the uniforms are not easy to see.
And again, once again, we apologize, ladies and gentlemen, if we get the wrong name for the Hampton team. We will try and correct it as quickly as we can.
We got a timeout, and let's hope the young man is not hurt. I'm trying to pick up his number 30.
33.
33 for the
33, Isaiah
and that's
Johnson.
A middle linebacker for him.
Isaiah Johnson, a junior from Norview.
And their middle linebacker is basically the heart and soul of your linebacking crew. And he kind of makes sure everybody is where they should be. Is like a quarterback on the field. So let's hope he's not hurt.
He's up
he's going
walking,
up.
So that's okay.
Good. That's a good sign.
Of course, he'll have to go off right now anyway. Just be on the safe side, but that looks good. He looks like he's going to be okay there. One thing we never want to see is somebody hurt on a football field or any kind of field for that matter.
That's true.
These are just young athletes.
Most of the time, you're going to see Quillen in the shotgun. Occasionally, it goes under center, but
pretty spread out. He's got 3 on this side, and Quillen's going to take the straight run. He's trying to get outside, and there Norview's trying to shut it down to him, and he does get to the edge and turns the corner.
And they spot him at the 45. That will be a first down because they started at the 35, Paul. But that speed is what Brent Musgrove was talking about.
Real good job by Quillen on that. Just a straight quarterback run there.
And if you see the replay, watch the stiff arm. That's a great job of keeping.
Newsom coming in, looks like with the play. He'll spread out to the left-hand side. We've got 2 receivers down at this end. 2 up on the top. Here comes Newsom.
Quillen's under the center, straight ahead with Smith.
Smith again, and he'll pick up about 2 yards. Just a quick run off the left-hand side.
And a lot of times people say, well, why did you do that? Well, you want to keep that defense inside. If they're thinking inside, then that gives your sweeps and your reverses and all, gives them a little better chance because the kids are looking inside.
And you want to keep them honest.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're going to be spread out a little bit, and you might get that one block that'll set you free, and when there's nobody there.
It'll set you free.
Yeah, set you free.
Is that a song?
Might be. It might be.
Okay, don't sing it. Just
a lot of people on the near side of the screen here, and to that side is where he's going, but he misses the mark. Looked like he was throwing the number 2, Demetrius Strickland.
That's Newsom, number 5.
Was it 5, Newsom?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Newsom was going further, more right and left rather than north and south.
That was number 2. It was number 2. It was 2. There he is.
I know. There's 5.
Yeah. There's 5 right there. He's just coming in.
No, he was in there.
No, I know. He brings in the plays.
He was in there. All right, we got 3rd and long.
We get the I formation back there, and Quillen gets it and doesn't give it to anybody. He's looking to pass, can't find anything. He breaks loose, gets down the sideline. He's got some room. He cuts back, comes to the middle of the field. He'll get close to the 30-yard line. Looks like about the 31.
Does he use his blockers?
Yes.
What a great job that time, because he looked like he was going up off tackle where there was a lot of people, but he saw a seam, cut it to the left, sprinted straight ahead, picked up that first down.
And you said it. He saw a seam. He reminds me of somebody I saw many, many years ago. When he's back there, he can see the field, and it's like everything just opens up to him, and he knows where to go.
Watch the replay right here.
And he happens to be wearing the same number that guy did, too.
Oh, you're not talking about Ronald Curry, are you, buddy?
Of course not. Look at that. It's just amazing what he can do. Wow.
Back under center.
Gives it off to number 2, Strickland. Strickland reaches out and gets inside the 30-yard line to about the 29. Depends on where they spot it.
Now,
that's it, 29.
Strickland is only 5'9", but he's 180. And he was hurt in the first of the year, and it's good to see him getting back to 100%.
Good running back. Good football player. Hampton with some substitutions there. They run him in and run him out quite frequently. Number 22 and number 5.
Well, Dance comes over and gets to play, number 5.
Right.
22 came in.
And Tom Brown.
And Tom Brown, yeah.
Spread out left and right. Quillen with the ball, keeps it himself. He'll get down. Looks like he picked up about 2 or 3 yards on the play.
And it's good to see Isaiah Johnson, number 33, middle linebacker, made the tackle. He's
good.
Back in the field of play.
That is very, very good. We've got about 2 minutes and 25 seconds left here in the first quarter at Darling Stadium. Hampton with a 7-6 lead over the Norview Pilots.
Pickup of 2 yards is going to make it.
Hampton with the ball at the 27-yard line.
Kamari Hunter comes in, number 12. And we're going to have a timeout.
Hampton.
We have an official timeout on the field. This will be charged to the Hampton.
Well,
right now, Hampton is moving the ball, and that's
yes,
what you want them to do. Welcome back up to our booth.
Hi.
Quillen, everything's going to start with him. And Norman, that's with the quarterback. But he does what most quarterbacks don't. He is running the ball much, much better than most of your quarterbacks. He can throw the ball, so he's a triple threat because he also punched the ball.
Yes.
So I mean, I asked him the other day, and he said, yeah, I pump up the balls and everything. So just does a great job. I tell you, I met his dad, known his dad for quite a while, and his granddad. Super people.
Really nice, wonderful people. And he's just a great ball player. And like you said, everything starts with him. And he's so daggone smart and so good in looking at the field and seeing what needs to be done. And then he does it.
Right.
But that's the thing. He does it.
What's neat about it is what Danny said when he first came out as freshman. We didn't think he was going to make it. Well, this guy is determined.
Oh, yes.
Determined.
It's a split, Justin.
3rd down and 5. We'll have to see what Hampton does right here. Under the center. Oh, there's some movement by Norview.
Do you think he called that play?
Well, do you remember when Hampton used to do that?
5-yard
all the
penalty.
time?
Results. First down.
First down. That is an old Hampton trick.
You're right, because Mike's been doing it for 45 years.
Yes, he has. And it's still working to this day.
Well, you call timeout. You're setting up a play. They think, okay, they're going to go fast, right? So the first sound they hit, somebody jumps off sides. And they don't call it offside anymore. They call it encroachment.
Under center again. This time he flips the pass out. Opening right there. And pushed out of bounds.
Was that Daz Newsom?
I think that was Newsom, number 5.
Yes.
And they're going to get the ball down to about the 16-yard line. So that's going to be about a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, it's if you're going to play off these wide receivers, Quillen can get the ball to them.
Yeah, you can't do that for Hampton. If you do that, they're going to hit them all day long. All day long. Strickland, the front back. Quillen with the ball. Looks. Can't find it now. He's looking deep in the end zone and basically just throws that one away. Everybody was covered.
He just threw it where the only guy who was going to catch it was going to be his guy.
Yeah.
Of
course, at one point there, it looked like there was a big hole there on the left-hand side.
Well, sometimes you're going for that's the play you're looking for.
Oh, yeah. And that's where his eyes were. He knew where he wanted to go with the ball. And he put it close to where he was going to go. He realized that there's no way he was going to get it, so the ball was going to go out of bounds. Again, using his head. He's a smart young player. Very smart young player. Another 3rd and 5 situation for the Crabbers here from the 16-yard line. Quillen back alongside Strickland, number 22. Quillen with it. He flips it to Daz Newsome on the left side, and here he slips. Can he get to the edge? No. He's going to get taken down at 20-yard line, about a loss of 4 or 5 yards.
Yeah. And that was a reverse and the reason they run a reverse is because if you have a team that does a great job of pursuit, a reverse will work, but you pulled it out when you said he slipped, and he did, and look, that cost him.
Watch this. If he
And
could have got there.
And you got to look at the 5 defensive ball players around him.
Well, Hampton has a decision to make here, and it looks like they're going to go for it.
Absolutely.
4th down and about 10 yards here. They put in Quillen's hand. He's looking to pass. Getting good protection. He throws it in, and it's intercepted by the Norview Pilots in the end zone.
Sure is.
So Quillen's pass to the end zone, intercepted by Norview, and that means Norview will get the ball on the 20-yard line rather than at it was still about the 20-yard line when they had it anyways.
That was number 3, Christian Oliver, the cornerback that made that interception in the end zone.
Quillen relying on his receiver there, hoping that he could just put it in the area where he could get his hands on it.
And right then, the defensive man wanted it more, and he was probably in better position to get it. Let's see what Hampton's defense can do here against this offensive.
Marks gets it, takes it up the middle, and he's stopped quickly by the Hampton defense.
Maybe picked up about a yard or 2, trying to go off that right side. They're going to give him 2 yards on the play.
Running back number 21, Alden Latham.
But if you got 2 people that can run the ball as well as Marks and Mack can do in the backfield, it really makes it tough because not only can the quarterback run, but he can pass the ball, and that's what he's going to do right now. Nice job of looking off who he was going to throw the ball to. Got the 1st down.
Turns around and fires that the opposite way to number 4, DJ Johnson. Picks up the 1st down. That was a great look-off, Bob.
It really was. And number 54, Majette, was in on the stop.
Watch this. He's looking at him. Boom. He just does a quick turn and hits DJ Johnson right between 2 defenders. That was an excellent pass. Excellent pass play by the Norview Pilots and their quarterback, Derek Mack, who has the ball and hands it off to, looks like number 21, Alden Latham, and he gets stopped real quickly at about the 35-yard line. No gain.
Well, they moved the stick about 6 inches.
You can see that from here?
Well, yeah.
Man,
well,
6 inches? Wow. Your eyes are better than mine.
I got binoculars. Of course.
And that's the end of the first quarter here at Darling Stadium, November 20th, 2015. Hampton with a 7-6 lead in the second round playoffs of Division 5.
Division 5. Now, understand what the VHSL did. We now have 3 teams in the Hampton area that are Division 5. Phoebus, Kecoughtan, Hampton, and Bethel. Phoebus is clear down to a 3. And a lot of people think, 3, that's going to be easy for Phoebus. Not necessarily so. You got York, you got Poquoson, you got some good teams in that peninsula, in the Bay River District.
Yes,
so nothing is easy anymore.
Not anymore, no. Football is getting more competitive everywhere in Tidewater. Back with the ball, flares it out to Latham again on the left-hand side. He'll get right across the 35-yard line.
Now they're going to give him 2 yards or a yard and a half. Because he already had half a yard.
We're going to have to get you to get your slide rule out to make sure that you get all these things right.
This is the first time they've had 3rd and long since they've had the ball.
Let's see what they do. They got the trips down here at the near side of the screen, and he's rolling this way. Max looking. He's got a man wide open here at the 50-yard line.
But he went out of bounds at the 35. He's got a generous spot.
Oh my gosh.
They're going to mark it at the 35. Okay.
Mark.
So that 4th down, that's going to bring up a punting situation. First punt we've had tonight.
Yep.
And deep looks like, is it a Coleman?
Coleman.
These guys are cool, man.
They are cool. It's cool here too. It's cold, actually.
It isn't cold.
Is that?
Go to Iowa. You think this is cold?
You're older than I am.
What's that got to do with it?
We got a
I
don't know.
Whistle. We got a whistle in what's going on.
Don't know.
Was there a flag?
I don't see a flag.
Yeah, the
Where
flag
is it?
clear back at 35-yard line.
Substitute of fraction. Defense. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
It's still 4th and 5, so we're still going to have a punt.
Daz Newsome back deep for the Crabbers at about the 30-yard line, 31-yard line. The punt looks like it's
straight up in the air.
Blocked.
And that's
going to go out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. In fact, they're going to mark it right on the 40-yard line, and it almost looked like it was tipped by one of the Crabbers.
Well, they come very close to blocking that kick that time. You remember how they blocked that extra point? Everybody got through in the same situation there. It looked like they did a great job of penetration. But Hampton's got the ball, great field position. And let's see what Bubba Quillen and his cohorts can do out here.
I know what they're hoping they're going to do. Let's move the ball in the direction they need to move to score points. Quillen under center takes it. He goes back. He's looking. He can't find anybody, and looks like we're going to have some sort of interference there. I don't know which one.
It's either going to be interference or a hold.
Flag went down. We'll see what they come up with here.
And he's putting the flag at the 48 of Norview. We'll see what he's going to call.
Before the pass, holding. Defense, 10 yards from the previous spot, and that results 1st down.
There you go.
All right.
And understand that once the ball goes across, the play penalty is on the other side of the line of scrimmage. They don't go from a spot foul.
Right.
Where they would normally.
So now the ball on the 50-yard line for the Crabbers. 11 minutes left in the half. Quillen under center, takes it, hands it off. An opening for number 2, Demetrius Strickland, who gets down close to the 45-yard line. Nice little hold there for him.
Hey, number 10, Anton Ashby. Strong safe. Now, if your safeties and cornerbacks are making the tackles, that means they're getting beyond line of scrimmage. You're picking up 3 and 4 and 5 yards before they're getting tackled. And right there, you saw Hampton picked up 5 yards on that play.
Very quickly. Once again, Quillen under center. Once again, he gives it to the same side. Strickland again.
Well, Mike Smith will tell you, if it's working, why not continue doing it? And then number 52, Charles Garrett on the tackle. One of the linemen. Charles plays the tackle. He basically runs 2 ends, 2 tackles, and 3 linebackers. And here you can see the replay.
Oh, nice little scoot through the hole there for Strickland.
And it looked like number 10 was also in on the stop, Anton Ashby.
Third and about 1.
3rd and short.
Quillen with the ball. Looks like a blitz was coming, and it was a little dump off, and he's open. He gets down past the 30 and inside the 30. About the 28-yard line.
That looks like Smith.
Was that Smith?
Looked like 32.
Yep, it is.
And that's just, and he scored on that thing. What that is kind of a drag play. The outside receiver goes down, and he just comes out of the backfield. Nobody picks him up.
Just pick up a few yards.
That was an excellent call.
Hampton continuing to move the ball in the right direction for them. Quillen once again under center. Two backs in an eye. Hands it off again to the same side. This time he's going to get stopped at the line of scrimmage. That looked like Strickland again.
Number 15 and number 8. 15 is Troy Holmes, one of the defensive ends, and number 8 is Isaiah King. And these young men, what they did that time is they kind of pinched in, and you run the third time you run it, they're starting to get used to it. So you fake it that way, right?
You hit them with a stick the first time, a 2x4 the second time. They're expecting it the third time. Out of the shotgun, Quillen looking deep in the corner. Caught out of bounds.
Out of bounds, just a little too far.
There's Newsom, nice catch, but in foul territory.
Let me tell you, I'm impressed with the defensive back on that side. That was number 3. Number three is Christian Oliver. He's just a junior. He's 5'9", 160, but he's got some pretty good speed to stay up with Newsom.
Yes, he does.
And we got 3rd and 10, so this is, again, you don't know what he's going to do, but that little dump pass worked before. I don't know if he's going to use it again. I've watched him use that every time he's used it. He's been very successful with it. And Smith has been his receiver. So let's see if he does that or what he does. Got 4 wideouts, 2 at the top screen, 2 at the bottom.
Quillen with it, looking to bottom. Now he's looking at top. Now he's running. He is running. He flips it out, and we got a flag. Inside the 10-yard line,
wow.
We have a flag where the ball was thrown. It looks like it was thrown toward, can't see the number from here, Bob. Can you over there? Number 20, is it
22?
22, that's Anton Brown. Here's the replay. Let's see if we can catch this. Quillen has nobody, and then the lineman breaks through, and he throws this one deep, and
right there, he was hit.
There's one there, and there's another back there.
No,
defense, pass interference. Half the distance to the goal line from the previous spot. 1st and 10.
Well, what happened that time is he was playing defense, but he got there before the ball got there.
Oh, way before.
And that is pass interference in anybody's ball game.
Way before.
But now we got half the distance. The ball is, where's the ball located? Looks like about the
right on the 15, and Quillen takes it himself and gets sacked for a couple of yards.
Good speed by number 33, and we've talked to him
good
before.
Penetration by him, too.
Isaiah Johnson, he's the one that got hurt early. He's 6'1", 190, and he's just a junior playing that middle linebacker. And what is he probably doing? He's watching Quillen
the whole
wherever
time.
he goes.
Watch this.
Like a spy.
Look at him slip through there. Good penetration on his part that time.
Only lost a couple yards, but, you know, that means Quillen's got to be a little quicker. And that field, you can see, there's a lot of softness on that field out because we got a lot of rain yesterday.
Yeah, we did. Quillen with it again, gives it right off and up the middle. There's a flag here on the outside.
Probably illegal procedure, but they may just decline that. I don't know. Because there was not much gain of yardage, so let's see what he's going to do. Well, Alan Denton's waiting for somebody to let him know if they're going to take the penalty or not.
You'll want it or not. Trying to figure out where the ball would end up. Here we go.
Eagle shift, offense, 5-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
Yeah, I would have taken the down. I would, because now you got 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Before you would have just had 3rd and 4th.
And you got more room to play with too, actually, for Quillen, and he likes some room.
And this is the kind of game, when you look at the cleats that these young men have, they need a little longer cleats to get them more traction on that field.
Yeah, we've seen that come into play on several plays so far on both sides. Both sides. Quillen goes back with it. He's looking to throw. He's got a man open coming across.
Just overthrew him, but again, we got another penalty.
Whoa.
And that would look like, I don't know if it was on number 10 or not. And the flag is at the 4-yard line, and that the defender over there was Anton Ashby, the 6'2", 180 junior.
I'll tell you what, Hampton had a man slant.
Defense, pass interference. Half the distance to the goal. Second down.
Still second down. See, it's not automatic first down, but the ball is now at the 10-yard line.
Yes.
So you've got 6 yards to go for first down.
Wow. Penalties are biting Norview. Biting them bad. From the 10-yard line, Quillen leads his team out.
There's Newsom in motion.
There goes number 32.
Yeah, and just
Taquan Smith.
no hole there. He's got to find an opening. He's got to find an area where he can slip through, and there was none there that time. In fact, he may have lost about a yard.
Well, they're actually going to give him a good spot. They're going to put it right there, almost on the 10 again. Third down. 7 minutes and about 23 seconds left in the first half here at Darling Stadium. Hampton holding a 1-point lead, 7-6 over the Norview Pilots.
Long time they're getting a play in. 3 wideouts to the top of the screen.
Under center is Quillen. He'll be looking to the right side. He's throwing that back pass that you like, Bob. Can he get loose? He gets loose, and he scores. Into the end zone. The Crabbers with a touchdown. Norview
That's that little
trying to
bubble
get something
screen
there.
I'm telling you, that little bubble screen really works.
Looks like we got a flag out there in the end zone.
Well, I don't see the flag. I'm not. Yeah, the one over there in the corner.
There's no flag on the play. Resulting touchdown.
There you go.
There's no flag on it. I don't know what the intention was, but that was that little bubble screen really worked that time
It
for
really
the Crabbers.
did. I'm trying to figure out who was it that caught that bubble screen. Was it
Newsom.
Was it Newsom?
Yeah.
The kick is up.
And it's good.
And it's good.
And number 66.
If it is who we think
Patrick
it is,
Morris.
we don't know. But Patrick Morris, we think.
We're going to give him the credit.
Yep, he's the number there.
Until we're told different.
There's Newsom with the pass. Now watch him slip that tackle right there. Oh, nice cut.
And didn't get tackled by number 11, Jalen Joe, until he was crossing the end line.
zone.
So.
Good drive by the Hampton Crabbers here at Darling Stadium to take a 14-6 lead over the Norview Pilots in the second round playoffs here in Division 5.
They were helped by some penalties.
Tremendously. How many, do you remember?
At least three. Yeah.
3.
One was holding.
Was it 3, Brent?
I don't think Brent can hear you. You got to hit him wrong side of the head. Get his attention.
3 pass interference penalties. 3, yes, 3.
Okay, here we go. Nice move right here, getting outside. Takes the ball across the 40.
Nice return yardage.
That's
Number 23, and that is Sheridan Jones, a freshman.
6'1", 151 freshman.
Good return, giving Norview good field position to start.
Anytime you can start inside the 35, they're spotting the ball at the 41.
Staying with the no-huddle offense.
Well, they line up and they get the call in from the sideline.
3 receivers at the top of the screen, 2 at the bottom. Mack, the only person in the backfield. He'll take it. He's going to throw it real quickly to the outside. He's got a man open. That looked like number 6, and if it is,
number 9.
Number 9, I'm sorry. Mark Mitchell Collins. Yes, up the other way. Yeah, I know. My contacts are in upside down.
Well, switch them. Hey, you pick up 5 yards, but Hampton plays off their receivers, and you can look right there, almost 10 yards off the line of scrimmage.
Same formation again. Mack, the only one back there, looking at the same place, taking the same thing. This time it is number 6 that gets the ball, and he'll come down at the 50-yard line, and that was Devin Wofford.
And they're going to give him the spot for the first down, it looks like.
Well, they're going to give him a little more than the 50. Then,
Allen Denton says we're going to measure. Going to be sure.
Yeah, let's call Tim and see if it's close.
If we lie, I tell you, he said about 3 inches short.
Yeah.
He'd be 3 inches short. I said, how do you do that? How do you do that?
Some people have a knack for it. I
Yes,
can't
they
see
do.
5 inches in front of me.
Well, let me know when you're driving, so I'll be completely off the road.
Looks like it's going to be, oh my goodness, just short.
But it's 3rd down.
Oh my gosh. They say 3rd and 1, but it's
Well, you don't have a half a yard up there, so.
Well, yeah, you do. You just don't call it that. Oh, 3rd and 1 for the Norview Pilots. Close to the 49-yard line. About as close as you can get without touching it. Running all of their plays. All of them have been the same so far, Bob.
Yeah.
The quick spread pass.
You got this little bubble screen set up over here. You got 2 blockers and only 2 defenders, and one guy's going to catch the ball. Hampton needs to have another guy over here.
Now Marks goes into the backfield along with Mack.
Play resumes 3rd and less than 8
3
yards.
receivers down this end.
He can't do that.
They're trying to get Hampton to come off sides. They give it to Mark, and he
dropped
loses the ball.
But it looks like he got it
I
back.
think he did. And he may have gotten the first down.
Well, he got the first down, but he lost the ball when he made the first down, but the ball bounced right back in his own hands. Well, maybe not. They're not gonna give it to him.
Well,
They're gonna measure
they're
again.
gonna measure it again.
Will be a timeout for an official measurement.
I thought he had it. I'm sorry.
I did too. Let's look on a replay here. Oh no, we're gonna see a replay.
See a replay of the measurement.
Here it comes. All right, there's Mark gets it right here, and then boom,
The ball
snapped
comes right
out of his
at-
hand right there, and then bounces out there. And there's where he's down. Hey, I
And
thought
he
it
was-
first down.
Well, he got the ball and leaned forward, but when his knees were down when he picked the ball up, that's why they moved.
And they give him the first down.
All right, first down. That's a hard first down right there.
Very interesting first down. Run it, fumble it, pick it back up, and get the down. Good job for Norview Pilots on that play. This time we've got 3 receivers at the top of the screen and 2 down here. That's what they've been running for that bubble screen they've been using, Bob.
Yep.
Mack with it, looks deep, can't find anybody. He's got a lot of room to run, and he slides down right past the 40-yard line.
Well, they give him the slide, which is very, very unusual. Usually when you go down, that's it. They'll let him slide, and they're giving him where he stops sliding.
Oh, not this time they didn't. They gave it to him at about the 38
We're gonna measure again.
for another first down. Watch this play. Mack back, looking, and he's got all sorts of room here.
And let me tell
Boom,
you,
right there.
see, he slid down at the
Right in about the
39-yard line, and they spotted it up a little higher than that. But anyway, my point is, you got 3 defensive linemen going in for the quarterback. They pushed him out. He had an open lane.
Yes, he did. And he's got the first down again. So Norview continuing to move down the field here with 6 minutes left in the first half at Darling Stadium. Norview on the wrong end of the 14-6 score. Back in the backfield, 3 up and 2 down as far as receivers go. He looks to the top of the screen, hits that little bubble screen up there, and the runner, the receiver is number 3, and that is Christian Oliver, and he'll bring it down to inside the 35-yard line.
And he's just 5'9", 160 junior. He's got a lot of youngsters on this team. They'll be back next year.
They're going to be tough next year again then. Tell you that.
Turn your tail.
3 receivers switch and come down to the bottom of your screen now. 2 at the top. He looks to the bottom. Looks, got a man open and overthrows him.
Just a little too tall for number 9. I believe that's number 9.
Martin Mitchell Collins.
No, it's 6.
Is it 6? Is it 6? Devin Wofford. You see the same jersey I did, huh?
Yeah, he's heading on upside down. You look at it.
It can look like a 6 or it can look like a 9.
Well, they got 9 and 6, both of them on this side.
They do. Mack, the only one in the backfield for the Pilots. Trying to get him to get off sides, and he got him off sides that time.
Yep.
False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Wow, that hurts. You're trying to draw the other team off. Now you got 3rd and 10 almost.
I saw the defense go off.
Well, that's the defense moved, but I didn't think they broke the plane.
I didn't either, but they hit the flag. So I thought
when you see the flag come down, you assume they did.
So they'll try it again. There you see Coach Danny Mitchell. Don't hit me, Danny. Don't hit me. Mack takes it himself and slides down inside the 20-yard line.
That was a quarterback run all the way. Because Hampton is just they worried about the pass, so they've got a lot of people back in pass coverage, and he just found the seam. Watch this. Nobody there.
Boom.
That first down, slide down.
Mack is impressing me with his running today, I can tell you that. He's back to pass this time, throws it to the outside, and incomplete.
No, incomplete. Number 4 was the intended receiver, D.J. Johnson, 5'10", 180 senior. Brings up a 2nd and 10. It's a ball on the, looked like a 25-yard line, right?
25, yes, sir.
2nd and 10.
Just about. Just about. Looking down this side, they got number 5, that's Marks. He gets it outside, and they get down to about the 21-yard line.
They picked up about 4 yards. Daz Newsom in on the tackle.
Number 5, Kevin Marks.
But that brings up a 3rd and long.
3rd and long.
Daz Newsom, number 5, brings him down.
Brent just passing me the information that on that last penalty, that was the 6th penalty on Norview for 46 yards in the game. A lot of penalties on Norview.
Right now, what's hurting them more than anything else is the running of Mack.
Mack is doing real well. They're worried about his arm, but his legs are what's carrying Norview right now. He's back to pass again, and he slips a little bit. And there we go, seeing that slippage again. He's going to get hit by the Crowder defense.
Fumbled the ball, but it bounced right back in his hand, so that'll put him at the 30-yard line. Lost, what about 8, 9 yards? 4th down now.
Second fumble Norview's had. Both times they've been able to recover it.
And I'm wondering, do they have a field goal kicker? But if they do, that means you're talking about a 47-yarder.
That's
Norview.
Norview's going to talk it
Watch
over.
this from behind. Boom. There's the fumble.
It's a good job that time by the Crabbers.
Good defense.
Yes.
A couple of good defensive stands by the Crabbers tonight so far. Good offense by both these teams, actually.
Well,
I'm impressed.
what you got to do if you're Hampton, first of all, you got to contain Mack. Don't
Right.
let him run. You can cover his receivers.
So he can't pass to anybody.
Well, no, but you got to have somebody on each receiver, and that bubble screen has hurt him more than anything else, but I don't think it's going to give him 15 yards.
No.
They're going to have to come with something, maybe a slant, a down and in, maybe corner the end zone, something like that. But so that means your defensive line, the pressure on Mack, make him move. Maybe he slips while he's trying to throw the ball.
Mack is 9 of 13 for 51 yards so far. Thank you, Mr. Brent. Appreciate that.
What yardage does he have?
The ball.
Running the ball.
51 yards, 9 of 13. Spreading it out to all of his receivers. He's back, rolling towards the top of the screen, looking downfield. Turns, he's hit. And it's
incompleted pass.
incomplete.
Yeah. What hurt him running left, he had to turn and try to square his shoulders. And that second, it took him, and that allowed the Hampton defender to get right on top of him. Great job that time, and that was number 53 that made that play for the Crabbers. And we're talking about Linwood Johnson. Linwood 6'1", 265 senior. So, when he hits your arm, that ball ain't going to go too far. The Crabbers have a chance to really make a statement here. They got 3:37 to go. If they can go and get another score before halftime, that's really going to put the pressure on the Pilots. But they get the ball when they come back at the first.
Right, and it'll also give some good momentum to the Crabbers going into the locker room for the half, too.
Yes.
So here we go with Quillen under center. He goes back to pass. He's looking long. And throwing long, got a man wide open, and that looks like number 24. Number 24 for the Crabbers is Burnell Pulley.
He went up in the air. There was a flag thrown, and that usually in that position is holding because it was thrown before the pass was passed.
Yep.
And so they're going to say, they want the ball up at the 50-yard line. You don't want the penalty, buddy.
Before the pass, holding, defense, penalties declined. Result of the play, a completed catch, first down.
Well, right at the 50-yard line, but I'm impressed with who was that? He got up and got the
Pulley, 5'10", 180 pounds, I think.
150.
150 pounds.
Just a junior.
150
but
junior.
He went up. We got a run and play this time. Straight ahead, pick up about 4 yards.
Still got a good 3 minutes to go in the half here.
That was Strickland on the carry that time. First time he's carried the ball, I don't know how many times he's carried tonight, but not many. Smith has been carrying the ball for the most part.
He or Quillen.
Yeah.
5 times Strickland has been carrying the ball. That coming from Brent Musgrove, our statistician of the evening. Quillen takes it himself, gets off tackle, opens up. He's across the 40 and inside the 40 down to about the 38-yard line.
You talk about a fake. He faked that ball to the running back, and the running back got hit, and everybody thought, okay, and Quillen still got the ball. Great job.
Yeah, he put the ball in there and then just literally took it back out. Great play by Quillen. But of course, we can say that almost every time he touches the ball. Another great play by Quillen.
You got plenty of time. Got your 38 yards from the end zone.
There's Quillen, straight run for Quillen. He'll pick up about a yard and a half.
Well, there was just no seam for him to go that time. He had to try to bust through a tackle, and he only picked up about a yard. But going to the left side, he's expecting a little better block. And sometimes you're hopefully just a seam is all they need. They don't need a lot of space, a good running back. And, of course, Quillen is a quarterback, but he's a running back when he takes that ball and takes off.
And we've seen that play before many times, Robin. You know that seam is there, and he gets it. 40 yards for Mr. Quillen, Brent says. 40 yards for him so far. Back to pass. He's throwing long, and it goes incomplete.
It was intended for Newsom going across the middle at about the 23-yard line and just overthrew him a little bit. I believe the receiver deep was open.
Yeah, that's where I thought he was going to be going, actually.
Well, a little short of him, but okay, we got a 3rd and long.
3rd and 8 here for the Crabbers with 1:34 to go. We'll have to see what they do. Here comes the blitz. And he's going for the end zone.
Well, that's
and
out
it's
of the
way
end,
out.
Way out of the end zone.
Way, way out. Hampton picked up the blitz. Nice move by Quillen as he stepped back up into the pocket to elude the rush.
Well, that was the middle linebacker coming in that time, number 33, Isaiah Johnson, and the running back, and I don't know if I couldn't pick up whether it was Strickland or Smith, but whoever it was, and it looked like it was Strickland, did a good job of picking him up.
So 4th down and 8 here, and of course the Crabbers are going to go for it with 1:26 in the half. Quillen back to pass again. Pressure on him again, and this time he's going to run, and he runs right into the tacklers of Norview and gets down to the 35-yard line.
Well, that'll turn the ball over. It's 4th down, so that means the Pilots will have 1:19 from their 35-yard line, and let's see what they can do. Now, this is a good thing for them because they can go down, maybe score, but they know they're going to get the ball to begin into the second half.
Right, so this is like a freebie for them right now.
Yeah.
With 1:19, just my thought would be Mac may decide to air it out a few times here real quickly.
Well, they got 3 at the top of the screen and 2 down at the bottom of the screen.
Goes underneath, gets the man open, and he gets 10, 11, 12 yards after the catch. And the catch was about 5 yards past the line of scrimmage, and then he picked up about 10, 11 more.
Yeah, he did a great job of going the opposite direction and where the defensive backs were coming in that time.
Of course, stop the clock for a few seconds. Mack with it again, gives it to Marks on the draw, and he's going to get close to and past the first down, and he's going to break loose. He gets down inside the 30-yard line, and Norview is on the move, and we only have about 54 seconds left here.
More than enough time, because they still have 2 timeouts.
Norview moving the ball quickly on this Hampton defense.
That was a great call, that draw play that time to Marks.
It really was. I think everybody was thinking like I was that they were going to be airing it out, Bob. This time they are airing it out, and the man's wide open down the middle.
Dropped the ball.
My goodness. That was number 8 for Norview.
Wide open.
Isaiah King right down the middle, wide open, and Mack hit him right with it.
Mack couldn't have put the ball in any better spot.
And he just dropped it.
Well, heard a footstep.
Guy.
Heard a footstep.
Man. I know he's feeling bad right now.
Still got 5 wideouts.
2nd and 10, but that doesn't matter. You know they're going to be going for it. He gets him over on the outside.
They're saying incomplete pass.
Pass is going to be ruled incomplete on 2nd.
Well, why is the guy moving the down marker? It was incomplete. Evidently it was a completed pass, and he was down before he fumbled.
Before he.
Pass was ruled complete. And it's going to bring up 3rd and 3.
Well, evidently he was down and the ball came out.
Yeah. Mack, the only one in the backfield, is going to take it himself, and he is hit in the backfield by number 9. Number 9, I believe. Elijah Conliffe.
Norview.
Wow. First time a lineman has got him tonight. When he's trying to run now, he's been hit while he's trying to throw the ball. But great job that time.
Really was good Hampton defense right there, bringing up 4th and 8 or 4th and 5.
They just picked up 3 yards. He went from 4th and 8, 4th and 5.
Well,
Man, how'd they do that?
well, they said 4th and 8 here, and they said 4th and 5 out there, so I had to double check. See, now look.
I look over there. I look
It's
over
going 5-8, 5-8, 5-8.
Well, that's, you know who's doing that.
Yes.
Andy.
Yeah.
Don't be
it's Matt.
blaming Matt. The only technical difficulty that I see is the one that's talking to us. All right, 4th down.
So here we go.
20 seconds.
Mack, the only one in the backfield for the Pilots. He'll take it. He's looking right down the middle. Got a man wide open. Gets the first down. He loses the ball. Nope.
Incomplete.
They call it incomplete.
That means the ball goes over to the Crabbers.
They'll have 16 seconds.
I didn't see who made the hit that time,
I didn't either.
but that was a great job. I don't know if we got it on replay or not. We might be able to pick it up. Good
Yeah.
shot of Danny Mitchell right there coming in your picture.
A good picture of Danny Mitchell?
He's coming into the picture.
Oh, I thought you said it's a good picture of Danny Mitchell.
Well, it could be.
Any picture of Danny Mitchell's a good picture.
I'm not going to fight it.
Quillen out of the shotgun with 16 seconds left. He's going to run it himself up the middle. Finds a little bit of a seam. Breaks loose. Gets to the outside. He's still loose. Gets outside again with a stiff arm. He's over into the 40 and out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
He still have 5 seconds to go in the game.
Oh,
and I'm sorry, not the game, in the half.
Nice run by Jovan Quillen.
He broke about 4 tackles that time.
At least. At least.
Jovan Bubba Quillen.
Hampton trying to decide what they're going to do. We're going to keep it on the ground and just go into the locker room with a 14-6 lead, or are we going to put a scare in everybody and throw one all the way down the field?
I'd throw it down the field.
Would you?
Absolutely.
Can you throw that far?
No, I can't.
I can't either.
One time I might have been able to.
That's what he's going to do. He's going to throw it across the middle, down the side, to about the 34-yard line where the half will end. Here at Darling Stadium on November the 20th, 2015, Hampton with a 14-6 lead over the Norview Pilots here at Darling Stadium in the second round of playoffs for Division 5A.
5A. Group 5A.
Group 5A. Is that what it's called? Group 5A?
Yep, that's what they call it. Group 5A.
Thoughts on the half, Bob?
Well, number one, Hampton's doing what we thought they would do.
Right.
Number two, I like Mack and I like Marks. I think those are 2 great athletes that Norview has. Coach Cotton's done a great job with this group to take them from 1-9 to what he's done in the last 2 years. Fantastic job. Going to be a great second half.
Yeah, we're talking about how good Derek Mack and Kevin Marks are, but don't forget that line too. And folks, speaking of line, make sure you line up to come back the second half here at Darling Stadium as Hampton has that 14-6 lead. Stay with us. Welcome back, everybody, here to Darling Stadium, November the 20th, 2015. Hampton High School with a 14-6 lead over the Norview Pilots here in Division 5A. Great game so far.
Well, it's closer than a lot of people thought. A lot of people thought Hampton's going to have an easy time. Mack and Mark, the 2 guys, the running back and the quarterback, have made a difference for Norview.
A big difference, and I've been impressed.
I've been impressed too, and I like what Coach Cotton has done over there. He's got these guys believing that they can win, and there's a lot of juniors. We're going to see some of these guys next year.
And a lot of sophomores and freshmen too. And you know, we keep talking about Mac and Mark, but remember that offensive line too. They're doing real well.
Yeah,
Here's some highlights from the halftime too that we're going to see right now.
Well, let's watch the halftime.
From the halftime from the game, of course. I mean, here's the first touchdown for the Hampton High School Crabbers, and that is who was that? Strickland.
Yeah.
Strickland that went 60 yards for a touchdown, and here's the pass that was intercepted by Daz Newsom, but it was called out of bounds.
Yeah.
Out of bounds. Now watch this great defensive play by Jovan Quillen right there as he keeps Marks out of the end zone with a great tackle.
But
however,
they picked up the first down and then got the
touchdown right thereafter. The kick, however, very important so far, was blocked. The extra point kick was blocked by the Crabbers, so it was a 7-6 Hampton lead at that time. At this point, Quillen breaks loose and gets down the sideline for a nice pickup all the way to almost the 30-yard line. Then he goes back to pass, looks, has great protection, throws it to the end zone, and it's intercepted by the Norview Pilots in the end zone. This, I believe, was a fourth down play. Newsom again hits Quillen hits Daz Newsom for the touchdown, the second touchdown for the Crabbers, and they've got 14 points at this point. Then that young quarterback, Derek Mack for Norview, takes the ball and uses his legs. We're expecting him to use his hand and his arm, but he's using his legs tonight, and he's running all over the place.
Well, they've had two fumbles, but they got them both back.
Very quickly and easily. Quillen back to pass, hits the receiver at the 50-yard line.
What a great catch.
And he went up to get that one. I mean, way up. Norview, not to be outdone, says we're not finished yet. And Kevin Marks takes it down the sideline inside the 30-yard line. Then Mack back to pass, throws it right down the middle. It looks like Norview's going to score and get closer, but the ball falls incomplete, and we go into the halftime with Hampton leading 14-6.
And right now you got to say that Hampton is playing the game they want to. They expect Quillen to get a lot of yards. He's got a lot of yards. They expect Newsom to catch a lot of passes where he hasn't caught a lot. A lot of the passes have been high tonight to him. But the one he did catch, he got a touchdown.
Yes, he did.
So, and another one that I thought was a questionable call, because in high school, all you got to do is get 1 foot down. You don't have to get both of them down. That they called it out of bounds on that one pass. We got a chance. We'll show you the statistics we got here.
Right there, you see the assistant coach for the Crabbers, Danny Mitchell. There are the other Crabbers.
And there you see halftime. The first downs, the Pilots 11, the Crabbers 12, very easy. Rushing yards 78 to 73. Passes 11 for 18 for Norview, 7 for 11 for Quillen. Passing yards 74, 73. Total yards 152, 120, 46. Wow. One interception in the end zone, didn't hurt anything. There were 2 fumbles. He's only got 1, but they both were recovered by the team that fumbled, which was Norview. The penalties are unbelievable.
All right, Norview receives the ball, and they fumble right off the bat.
And nobody gets the ball. It goes out of bounds, and Norview will keep the ball.
It. The third time that Norview has fumbled the ball this evening, and all 3 times, Bob, they've ended up with the recovery.
Well, they got an angel on their shoulder.
Yes, they do.
I tell you.
So we're starting the second half here at Darling Stadium, and there you see the kickoff return by number 4, DJ Johnson, and there you see him losing the ball right there. Gets kicked around, moved around, and eventually goes out of bounds.
And that was number 42, Kareem Williams, 5'10", 215 senior, that stripped the ball that time, but nobody could get it.
Norview Giving the ball now to Marks. He takes it around the left side, finds the edge, turns the corner, and gets down to about the 35-yard line.
Almost got the first down, but he's getting some good blocking on that left side of that offensive line.
And they've been getting good blocking all night, Bob. That offensive line has really been impressive in my humble opinion. They've given the quarterback lots of time, and they've given the running back some great holes to work with. There goes Marks again, same side. This time.
That time the linebacker shot the gap, got in there, and I couldn't pick up the number who it was.
It might have been Daz Newsom.
Okay, for the foul, it's number 5, Kevin Marks on the stop for the Crabbers.
I think it was number 23 for the Crabbers, and I could be wrong, but I'm going to give it to Davis. But there were two of them back there.
Trevion Davis.
Loss on the play for the Pilots.
2nd and 14 now.
2nd and 14 for
the Norview Pilots.
Trips over here. Trips over
They
here.
haven't had many negative plays tonight.
Not at all. Back in Marks.
And this is nothing but a quarterback run all the way. That time.
That was Marks, straight to him. Mack wasn't back there. I thought he was. I apologize. That was Marks, but right to him.
And that was number 55 for the Crabbers, and Keontae Jones, 6'2", 210 senior.
Gets in there quickly.
Well, another loss of 3 more yards. It looks like it's what was it? They lost about
4 yards. So we got 3rd and 17.
This is when you look for the pass. The Crabbers come out defensively. If they can stop the Pilots here, that's a big stop for them, because they should end up with pretty good field position. And they've come close to blocking the punch.
Max throws a short pass. Again, it's dropped. So it'll go incomplete and bring up 4th and 17 for the Norview Pilots.
And that was intended for number 6, and that's Devon Watford.
Okay, thanks, bud.
So now you got a punting situation. We got the one of the cool men going back.
Let's see if they're going to get it close to Daz Newsom here. He's going to stand at about the midfield. He's going to drop back a little further than that, close to the 45 now. See if they'll kick it toward him or they'll kick it away from him. They don't want to touch him on a kickoff. We know that.
We got a penalty marker. Illegal procedure.
Ball start. Offense, 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
So now instead of 4th and 17, it's going to be going further back.
Yeah.
But that just puts more pressure on the kicker.
And the line. They've got to keep that defense out of there because they were coming that time.
Hey, I cannot pick up the number.
Good punt. Go to about the 49. Newsom takes it to about the
almost the 40-yard
almost
line.
the 40-yard line. Nice return by Daz Newsom, about 10 yards.
Well, and you didn't do anything silly, just straight ahead. There was not much of a rush that time on the punter, which has really surprised me.
After the first one, I thought they were going to come
Yeah,
back again.
I did too. But Crabbers end up with great field positions. If they can go down and score here, they've really put a lot of pressure on this Norview team.
9-yard return for number 5, Daz Newsom. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Crabbers. From the 41.
Quillen right there in your screen. He gets the ball, he looks to pass, he throws it a little out pass that's dropped by Newsom, and that's a rarity there, folks.
Well, he threw it behind him a little bit. He was going towards the sideline, and he threw it back on his right shoulder instead of over his left shoulder, and he had to make an adjustment, just couldn't come up with the catch.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Crabbers.
Number 12, Hunter coming in with the play for him.
Second and 10 for the Crabbers.
Crabbers come up to the line. Back number 32 in the backfield with Quillen. Quillen back to pass, throws a short pass, and it's tipped at the line.
Yeah.
Almost intercepted.
Good job that time by the lineman. And, you look at that offensive lineman, you got 15, Holmes 6'2", number 11, Joe. Joe is 6'1", so that you put your hands up, you're 6'7", 6'8".
Yeah, they did a great job, like you said. That puts Hampton in a 3rd and 10 situation here. You would think that would be a passing situation, but it's going to be a flip out. And that's going to be Strickland, and Strickland is loose, and he gets down near the 2-yard line.
No, quite the 11-yard line.
11-yard line, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, the pole got in my way, and I saw the 1. I'm sorry.
You saw the 1? There is a 1-yard line out there?
It's exactly what went through my head. I came through that, I saw the 1, and it gets down to the 2. Gets down to about inside the 15-yard line.
They're going to spot it at the 14.
Yeah.
Well, he would like that spot.
Yeah, I know he would. I know he would.
Everybody
great
expected
run.
to pass that time.
Yes,
Paul.
they did. Good play by the Crabbers. Quillen takes it himself, straight quarterback sneak. He'll get inside the 10-yard line to about the 8.
And that's going to pick up about 6 or 7 yards. We'll give him 7 on that.
And they mark it right on the 8-yard line.
Well, it should be 6 then. We'll give him 6.
2nd down and 3, 4. Oh, everybody's moving there. That's
Everybody but the center.
That's going to move them back.
Ball start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
That'll erase the yardage that Quillen just picked up.
Let me talk a little bit about the center. Number 65, Jalen Powell, 6'3", 275, just a junior. But, you know, he's got to center that ball without looking when he's back in either the pistol or the shotgun, and then he gets up under center. He does a great job. Not many times have you seen that center mess up this year.
I haven't seen him at all mess up this year. Not at all. Quillen with a flip out to Strickland on the right side, and he is hit hard at about the 12-yard line. I mean, he is stopped, Bob. Did you see that?
Yes, he did.
Strickland looked like he was going to turn that edge, and then all of a sudden a plug came right in there, and boom, stopped him cold.
And that looked like the linebackers and the tight end or the defensive end on that side did a great job of holding the block, not letting the offensive lineman get a good angle on them.
They did a good one, bringing up 3rd down and long here, 3rd and 7. Quillen coming left again, flips it out, and look at that stop by Norview again on the opposite side.
We got a penalty. What was that for?
I missed that.
Yeah, the penalty went on. It could be against Norview, and I think it is for taunting.
They're getting upset.
You don't taunt. You don't taunt. And that's exactly what he did. Great job defensively. Just walk back and get away from it.
My goodness. It was either number 9 or number 8 or number 2. I'm not sure. The jersey was kind of scrunched up there.
Well, let's see what they're going to do. It's half the distance of the goal, so it's not going to be a 1st down. But it came after the play, so it'll be a 4th down. Well, let's hear what Alan Denton has to say.
Reminds me of the TV commercial.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike on the defense. Half the distance to the goal, 4th down.
4th down and short. It's when your guy yells, your mic's on.
Your mic's on. So 4th down here and about.
We got
timeout.
Hampton.
Norview.
Hampton. You pointed.
Yeah. Now Hampton can still get a 1st down. Here we see the flip out to Strickland. He turns this corner here, and he is tackled real quickly by number 2, number 8, or number 9. Not sure.
You can't tell on those jerseys with those numbers, but that was a great defense. But then
he did with his arm.
Yep, you can't do that. Cannot do that.
There you see Coach Smith talking to his young players.
And Danny Mitchell's over.
Their last timeout was charged to Norview.
Oh, it was Norview. I thought it was to Hampton.
So did I.
He pointed to Hampton and said Norview.
Yeah. Well, as long as they get it right, that's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
We
Well,
got fourth down at about 2 or 3, so they can get the first down here. They're going for it. Quillen under center. They're trying to get him, draw him offside.
and they couldn't do it, so he's going to call timeout.
Timeout. Hampton.
Norview says we got fooled one time. We're not going to get fooled again.
Well, at this point, if you can stop Hampton from getting the first down, you're taking the ball over. That's a big feather in your hat.
Yes, it is. And the momentum could change again. But the
Absolutely.
momentum has been changing back and forth in this game, man.
Well, Mo's pretty fickle. Mo doesn't care.
Yes,
I'm
true.
going to be with this team one time, and, well, maybe I'm going to jump sides. You
Well-
never know where Mo's going to go.
Whoever looks best to him.
Yes. Well, sometimes they don't care if you looks good.
Oh, man.
You know, Mo's fickle. Mo is fickle.
Young Hampton High School cheerleader right there. Cheering her Crabbers on, trying to get them to get that first down. Teams return to the field after the timeout. We've got 7 minutes and 40 seconds left here in the third quarter at Darling Stadium. November 20th, 2015.
Norview Pilot territory.
Playoffs, Hampton, Norview. They give it to number 32, and
That's Smith.
is Smith, and
he
he's
got
going to
the-
be close.
He's got the first down. When he's marking it,
Yep.
that is a first down, first and 10. Looks like from about the 4-yard line. Or 3-yard line. I'm sorry, 3.
2.
Well, I like yours.
Yeah.
I like your spot better than
Looks
mine.
like 2. Now he puts it back a yard. Look at that. Did you see that?
Well, I was going with the down marker. Oh, you look at the down marker,
Yeah,
and
I
that's where, but where you put the ball wasn't the same place.
No, it wasn't. All right, first down and goal for the Crabbers. Quillen takes it himself, and guess what, ladies and gentlemen?
He didn't quite get in. Yes, he did.
I thought
yes,
he got
did.
in myself, but
He
when you
did.
said that, I stopped.
Well, the referee, the side judge on the far side did not signal.
That's what I was looking
Judge
at.
on this side did.
Touchdown for the Hampton Crabbers. Jovan Quillen with a keeper, punches it in from 3 yards out.
I'm a little disappointed with the crowd tonight. I thought we'd have a bigger crowd here. Usually, Hampton's going to fill up the stadium, and a lot of people thought this was going to be a walkaway, and it's been a
It's
tough
not.
game.
It's been a real good game. The people that aren't here are really missing out on what we're getting to see. The extra point attempt. Looked like somebody came off sides on that far side, but it didn't matter. They
It's
picked
good.
it up, and it's good.
Let me tell you something. I think this is the first time this year that Hampton has made 3 PATs in a row. Really? They'll miss one and then go for 2.
There you see the replay of Quillen punching it in, and he's definitely in, no question at all. No question at all. So Hampton, with 7:08 left here in the third quarter, go out to a 21-6 lead over the Norview Pilots. And I would imagine, and Brent would probably shake his head and agree, that the stats for both teams are still very close.
Well, I couldn't believe how close they were. Almost the same number of yardage, passing, running, and
whole works.
first downs.
The whole works. Well, Hampton about ready to kick it off to Norview.
I got it.
Kick goes to about the 17, where it's picked up by Norview. They split 2 tacklers and get inside the 35-yard line.
And again, they've got good field position. Well, they blew the whistle before the ball came out. The ball did come out, but the whistle had already blown before it came out. But we got a penalty, 2 flags down on the field. I have no idea what this is. One in the middle and one on the top over there. They put them both in the same place.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike, on the receiving team. 15 yards, it's still first down.
Wow.
I'll tell you, the penalty bug is really hitting Norview tonight.
Now it's going to be 15 yards from the, they spot the ball at the 30. What does that look like? About 38?
38, yep.
And then it's going back 15 yards. So will it be first and 25? Or will they? Sometimes they just give them the, I don't understand. Sometimes it's a first and 10 from, well, let's see what they do. Well, that ball is going clear back to the 22, 23-yard line.
Wow.
And it'll be a first and 10 from that point. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
They don't give them first and 25. They will give them first and 10, but back 15 yards from where they were.
Double slot.
Double
And I think
Double slot.
we're going to see some passes. Mr. Musgrove is letting me know with his
Hand signal.
hand signals.
He also wants everybody to know that Norview now with 9 penalties for 72 yards.
Wow.
Jet sweep.
And they're going to give it off to number 8. He'll go around the outside, and Hampton's defense is all over him. It looks like he's going to lose about a yard. That was Isaiah King.
That was number 55 for the Crabbers. Keontae Jones. What a hit.
Double slot.
6'2", 210, and he did it all. He gave old 210 on that hit.
Second and 10.
Watch this.
Right
He
here.
gets the ball and
Watch him right here.
boom. Knocked him
Just you
backwards.
and me. You and me. Mano, mano.
A quick pass, that little bubble pass gets outside. The runner is number 6 of the receiver, Devin Wofford. Pick up a couple of yards.
Pick up a couple yards. It looks like it's spotted about at the 26, Paul.
That where it is. We got the camera in my way over.
I know it, and we got all these nice cameras up here. All right, 3rd down and 7, right? Yeah, let's give them 3rd and 7.
3rd and 6 out there. About 3rd and 7 is what it looks like to you and I.
Yeah. Well, I've talked to Tim Ewing about it. We're going to see a pass, but we got
Saw some movement there.
again.
False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Maybe can we get
Brent's
Allen
shaking his
to,
head.
Can we get Allen to turn down his mic a bit? Every time he talks, my sinuses clear up.
Pop.
All right, now we got 3rd and 12. And it's a passing situation.
Hey, right here.
Once again
Right
for the
here.
dangerous Derek Mack,
Little
young
jab route.
quarterback for Norview. He gets the ball, drops back, looks, can't find anybody. He's got some pressure on him. He throws back, and that ball is complete, and the runner won't go down.
But he got the first down, and now we got a penalty
flag.
coming in.
And that might be a face mask, maybe.
Mack did a good job of squaring his shoulders that time before he made the throw.
A good pass by Derek Mack. We've got an injury here for
Trying to pick up the number of the player that's injured down there.
thought it was number 4 Johnson, but I'm see if we can see it on the replay here.
I believe the penalties against the Crabbers.
Watch that. Look at that. Nice. Nice catch.
Okay, right there. You saw that? Helmet to helmet. That's what they're going to call.
You think so? I don't think there's the flag right there.
Yeah.
Warriors are still leading the Indian River Braves 7-6 again at the end of 3 quarters.
Still have the player down on the field here. They'll take a few minutes here. See Danny Mitchell and Mike Smith, the Crabber coaches. 21-6 is our score here at Darling Stadium as we take a little time for the injury out on the field.
Yeah.
Receiver made a great catch on a real good pass by Derek Mack, who looked like he was in trouble, looked like he was going to get pressured and eventually brought down, but he was able to slip out and then recover enough to find a receiver downfield who was open, threw a high pass to him.
Square to shoulders, great to make that pass.
And the receiver made a very, very good catch, but of course he had to jump up to make it, and when he did, he got hit and he's down.
That's number 4.
DJ Johnson.
Yeah.
That's who I thought it was.
You can see he's walking off gingerly now. He's not let us know what the penalty is yet.
Yeah. But I hope that young man is okay because he's been a very integral part of the offense for Norview tonight, and he's limping right now. And
personal foul, targeting. That's what I told you it was, helmet to helmet.
A late flag, though.
Well, sometimes you can't get it out as fast as it happens.
Personal foul. Illegal helmet contact on the defense. 15 yards from the end of the run. 1st and 10.
And that puts the ball in the Crabber end of the field on the 49-yard line. And that's a big play because he got the first down before the penalty, but they would be in a punting situation had he not been able to complete that pass.
That's correct.
He did a great job of not only avoiding the tackle, but then squaring his shoulders up so he could throw. You drift left, and you have to turn around and square your shoulders before you can throw it if you're right-handed. That's a tough throw for a quarterback.
Norview with a chance to open up their offense a little bit here. Mack gets it, looks, gets pressured, and runs it out at about the 48-yard line.
Pick up maybe a yard.
Going to bring up 2nd down and long for the Norview Pilots, but they are in Hampton territory.
Number 22, Anton Brown, is the one that ran Daryl Mack out. But that you got to say is your defensive backfield did a good job of covering the receivers.
Definitely. Mack looks left, then right, throws a quick one across to number 5, and that's Kevin Marks. And he'll get down inside the 40-yard line, and that's going to be a 1st down and they will Norview.
Going to spot it at the 37.
So moving quickly, Norview still with no huddle.
They've done it the whole game.
Marks, number 5, takes it off tackle, breaks loose again, and drags 5 Crabbers with him all the way inside the 20-yard line.
And finally, number 22 for the Crabbers, Anton Brown making the stop. But he caught a pass the last time. Watch it on the replay.
Look at this.
1, 2, 3, 4 tackle break right there, and then it took about 2 more to bring him down.
Wow, great run by Marks. Mack gives it to him again, and here he goes off the right side. This time the Crabbers stop him a little bit. He'll pick up a couple of yards.
Well, he didn't get the lane that he got the last time. He had a great lane, and once he got in and got his feet moving and he going back and forth, they just couldn't bring him down. And I go back to when I was playing football, and we were taught to tackle the legs.
Yes, definitely. We always were told that. So Mack and Marks in the backfield. Mack gets it, hands it to Marks, takes it back out, and he is hit by the Crabbers in the backfield. And that was Daz again? Yes, it was. No, yes.
Number 3.
Number 8.
I'm sorry, number 8, number 77 for the Crabbers.
Taquan Brown and Tyreek Coleman.
And now it's 3rd down and long, or 3rd down and 11. Right here, watch the replay. Boom. He came in. Nobody picked him up.
Wow.
Nobody picked him up.
Great defense. Great defense. All right, passing situation. Mack gets it, and he's looking. He's got a man open, and he gets hit as he throws.
Mack hit as he throws.
And that's going to be incomplete,
It's
bringing
gonna
up
fall
4th
incomplete.
and long. And
again, had number
Covered on the play,
77,
number 22, Anton
Coleman,
Brown of the
again
Cardinals.
on the play that time.
And it looks like Norview's going to go for it, 4th and 11.
Well, I didn't know they would try to kick a field goal. Now we saw the field goal kickers out during halftime practicing from about that spot on the field.
I'm with you. That's what first thing that went through my mind, Bob, was that. So Mack gets it. He's looking, he's hit. He throws it incomplete toward Marks, but he was pressured by a tough Crabber defense that got in there quick.
Well, that's what you got to put for. Don't let him set.
Yeah.
And look, he's 6'3", 210. That means he's not only can see over the lineman, but if you give him time, that gives your receivers a chance to break open. No time that time. Great job for the Hampton defense. Hands off to him.
Exactly. I agree. And now they get the ball and they get to turn it around the other way. And they'll start from about the 17-yard line. 1st and 10. Quillen gives it away. Looks like number 2. Strickland. He'll pick up a couple of yards.
Looks
Trying
like
to break it through.
Looked like number 30 got the tackle that time. I'm not sure who got it, but he just hit him right at the legs. Took his legs right off from under him, only picked up a yard.
The 30's Malik Copeland for Norview. That'll bring up 2nd down and long. 2nd down at about 9 from their own 18-yard line. Trying to get some room so they can open up their offense. And
Hampton's called a timeout, and that's their 2nd timeout.
Hampton.
wow.
Huh?
Wow. It's their 2nd or their 1st?
Yeah, no, the 2nd.
2nd, that's right.
Remember, they called one down there trying to draw him offside.
That's right. 2 minutes and 46 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter at Darling Stadium on November the 20th, 2015.
You know why they called a timeout? They had 12 men on the field.
Thank you, Brent. I knew we had him up here for a reason.
Hey, you don't want to take a penalty down here.
No, you don't.
And you can't take the penalty. You can't take the timeouts on the bus. That just don't do any good.
Tell that to some coaches.
I'm not saying anything to any of the coaches.
Second down and 9. Boom.
Straight
That
ahead.
looked like it went straight to Strickland, maybe?
I don't know who ended up with the ball that time.
It wasn't Quillen and it wasn't Strickland.
Maybe it was
Number
Dad.
32, I believe
that
it
was
Smith.
Okay, now that brings up a 3rd and 5.
On the tackle, right guard, number 18.
Now you put it in Quillen's hand. You run into
Giving
the
us just
outside,
number
see if you
51,
can find
Derek
the crease
Eason.
or flip to
On the
somebody.
pilot.
Let's see what they do.
They got Smith and Strickland in the backfield.
Norview's defense is packing it in, and there goes Quillen outside, and he decides to take it himself, and he's going to get over the 25-yard line.
And he picked up the 1st down, and that was the important thing. He could have thrown the ball, but you want to get the 1st down.
Not sure he got that. I think he's short of the 1st down.
Oh, my. He is about a yard. I thought he got there. I thought he got beyond it for 25. They just marked it right at about the 25.
25. They're going to call it 4th and 1. This is going to be an interesting call here. 4th and 1. If you get it, you're looking good. But if you don't, you're going to give Norview the ball at the 25-yard line.
A great field
And they're
position.
going for it. They have a lot of confidence. Jovan Quillen under center. He takes it himself, and he's not going to get it, folks.
No.
He's not going to get it. He tried to go off tackles, spun around and tried to get to the edge. He is not going to get the first down.
Well, we're gonna make sure we're going to measure it. But I'm like you. I don't think he made it.
I think
he faked the first handoff, and I thought he was going to follow that halfback into the hole, but he didn't.
He didn't. He spun and started on the outside, and that's where he got tripped up. Then he tried to fall forward to get as much yardage as he could, but I'm afraid he's going to fall quite a bit short. That's going to give Norview
great field position.
Oh, wonderful position. Yeah, he's almost a football length short. Yard short. Yeah, I told you far distance. That's great defense by Norview. Great defense by Norview. That's going to give them fantastic position as they'll take the ball over on about the 25.5, 26-yard line.
Yeah.
So they are 26 yards from putting 6 more points on the board.
You know, if Quillen was going to keep the ball, I'd have gone straight ahead rather than trying to go laterally. But again, you know, I'm up here.
Yep.
It's easy to,
they're down there.
You know, 20/20 hindsight.
Let's see what Mack and Marks can do. That's the backfield that's been doing it for Norview, and they give it to Marks, number 5, and he goes up the middle. He picks up a couple of yards. And they can just grind it out the way they've been doing and pick up yardage until they get close enough to punch it in.
That looked like number 54 for the Crabbers. And that's Majette, the middle linebacker, making the tackle. Still picked up good yardage. I tell you, I'm impressed with both Mark and Mack.
Yeah.
But Mark can run that ball.
I'll take either one of them at any time on my team.
Well, they're going to put him in motion, set him in the slot.
Looking for the pass, and there's the man wide open, number 10, and he's loose again, and he keeps getting away, and that's Anton Ashby. Catches the little quick pass, bounces off a few tacklers, and gets great yardage.
But they did that time. They used Marks as a decoy. Everybody thought that was who was going to get the ball that time. And right back under center, ready to go. And there you go. You give it to the man, and he didn't make it that time. Defense picked it up. But that was Marks. Again, I mean, those two guys, they've been playing together since they were in middle school.
They know each other like a clockmaker knows a clock. Whoa, fumbles the ball. Hampton, no, who knows? I think Norview ended up with it.
The Hampton guy tried to pick it up and run. You want to get the ball.
Yep. 3 or 4 people had a chance to pick it up.
That was 4th fumble that they've had tonight, and they've got every one of them back.
Oh, my gosh. Watch
the replay.
He fumbles it right there. Boom. All he had to do was fall on the ball.
Yeah, ball on the ball.
Then it took off and squirted everywhere, and then finally Norview picks it up. Norview has had every fumble bounce their way tonight.
And that's the end of the 3rd quarter.
So at the end of the 3rd quarter here at Darling Stadium in the 2nd round of playoffs for Division 5, Hampton holding on to a 21-6 lead. Norview getting closer and closer. They're knocking on the door.
Yeah. Well, you give them a short field, and then you have 2 very good offensive plays. And Mack is involved in one. I mean, Marks. And then Marks is a decoy on the next one.
Hey, that was a great decoy play there. By the way, while we've got some time here, Bob, real quickly, I want to give a big shout out to the crew that we have tonight. Thank everybody for coming out here tonight to do this game. We have Ron Bate on camera.
No,
Ron's not here tonight.
No, we got Steve Fry on camera. We got Ube Gabre on camera. We got the main man who's been here for a while.
Him.
And who was that?
What's his name?
We used to call him raindrops keep falling on my head. Braxton. Nathaniel Braxton. Good to have him back. Just come out of retirement for one game.
And we appreciate it very much. Graphics and animation, we have Matt Buckwalter. Slow motion, Krista Campbell. Camera operator is Renee Camden. Audio is Randy Bagoli. And Andy Foley is our director. Out on the field, knocking on the door. Mack in the backfield. Marks comes to the far side. Mack looking, got a man wide open again. That's number either 6 or 8, one or the other. Devin Wofford, if it's number 6.
Wide open.
The receivers seem to be able to run patterns, Bob, where they're going down about 4 or 5 yards and just turning around and coming back a half yard and being hit real quickly by a
they're
good
finding
pass.
the soft spot in that zone. And that ball looks like it's spotted at about the 1 yard line, which is now 4th down.
Yeah, but whose chore do you think this is going to be? Probably go right to Mark. It is. Goes right to him. Boom. There he goes. Number 5, the running back, Kevin Marks, who has really done a fantastic job tonight, punches it in from a couple of yards, putting 6 more points on the board for the Norview Pilots. 21-11. We'll see if they'll go for 2.
You almost have to go for 2.
Well, you would have to if you want a chance to win this ball game, because even then you're going to need 8 points.
Well, if you get 2 here, then all you need is 7.
Oh, that's right. You'll have 14.
Hey!
Yes.
Watch the run!
So here comes the try for the 2-point conversion. Back to pass is Mack, and now he's going to keep it himself, and he goes right in. Boom. Boom.
Well, what happened that time is the guy that was eyeing Mack, the defender, dropped back into position so he couldn't throw the ball, so Mack just ran it in. Great job. Great job.
It looks like we're going to have a player shaking up on the play there. He'll get up. Trying to see who that is. Javon Quillen.
Well, and let me share something with you. There is, in the VHS out, you're not supposed to hurdle. You are not supposed to hurdle. That is a penalty.
I don't see any flags.
No, you don't. That was my point.
With 11:19 remaining.
If a running back hurdles and gets flipped, hit, and he's flipped, he can get hurt real bad. So they usually will throw a penalty when somebody hurdles.
26 yards.
But they didn't that time.
But he technically wasn't a running back. He was a quarterback.
It didn't make any difference. He became a running back when he ran the ball.
So we've got about 11 minutes left in this ball game here at Darling Stadium, and now 21-14 is your score, with the Hampton Crabbers having the 21 and Norview the 14.
Ingram Coleman.
Not a punch kick this time. Not a punch kick. They kick it back to the 20. And he's got an opening. Can he get to the crease? He's got it. Ladies and gentlemen, can he do it again? He passes the next one, and he stays in bounds to about the 21-yard line. Another fantastic run, this time by that speedster, Brent Musgroves, number 5, Daz Newsome.
Well, let me tell you something about that. That's why they have been kicking up deep. And now we know why. But the coach says, yeah, we can get him. You give Hampton awesome field position. The ball is spotted at, what about the 20-yard line?
Yep. My goodness, what a great run as we watch it on the replay here. Look at, he picks it up at the 20 of his own. Look at that nice cut.
Nice block right there.
Look at that. There's another nice move. Tripped up by his own man and finally pushed out of bounds. Well, good spot.
The kicker came over and got a shot at him too.
A good spot there. So Quillen now with the ball at the 20-yard line. Hampton 20 yards away from pay dirt. They take it in about 2 yards. It'll be about 2nd and 10.
And that was number 52, Charles Garnett, 6'3", 275, that met him in the hole.
Whoa.
Picked up a couple yards, but boy, he went like run into a brick stone wall.
Hey, the backers for Norview are really impressive. They do a good job of plugging the holes. Willen takes it, hands it off to number
Smith.
32, Smith. He'll go off the left side and get down near the 15-yard line. They've got 5 yards they picked up.
And number 8 in on the stop that time, Isaiah King, 6'1", 175 senior. So that's 3rd and 6.
About 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5. Hampton needs to make the first down here. Willen gets it. He's back to pass. He throws it outside, and he adjusted his pass a little bit. He had the man wide open and then had to adjust his throw and threw it off to the side a little bit.
Yeah, just out threw him, led him too much.
Well, he was actually throwing behind him.
Well, and Quillen has not been on his best passing game tonight. He's been high on some of them. He's throwing it behind. And, you know, sometimes it's just like anything else. You're having a bad night.
And they're going for it. They flip it back to Strickland, and Strickland is not going to get it.
No way. He's going to be about 3 yards short.
They've bottled him up for this second half here. I can tell you that defense for Norview has just done a stellar job of stopping the Hampton running attack. They get in quick, Bob, real quick. They cut off the edge, and they fill that gap there, and boom, that's it.
Yep. It just you got to take your hat off to the defense for this Norview team. And you're talking about your Conliffe, Johnson, Coleman, Jones, your defensive linemen, your linebackers are Smith, Brown, and Majette. Corners are Wells and Newsom, and your safeties are Taylor. I'm talking about the wrong defense. Hampton's got a good defense, too. Talk about Holmes, Joe, Bassett, Garrett, Watford, Johnson, DJ, Isaiah Johnson, Oliver Blue, Ashley, and Jenkins.
Back looking for the screen pass, gets it to Marks. He picks it up, and he gets over the 20-yard line. So they'll get a first down, but it looks like we got a flag at the 10. In fact, it looks like we got 2 flags, one on either side of the field.
Well, if it's back that far, it's usually a holding call.
Flag on the play.
Might be an illegal shift. Thought I saw his hands go out.
Well, he's talking to the Norview team, so I don't know. Illegal receiver downfield. When you're doing a screen pass, your linemen can't go further than 1 yard.
Right.
And, you know, they're counting.
Ineligible receivers, downfield, offense. Half the distance, still first down.
Well, that brings it back to 1st and 10. Oh no, we got to go back half the distance. So that's going to put the ball
at the 5.
Wow. Looks like it's about the 4. No, I'm sorry, about the.
Like the where the 9.
Looks like he ain't got under the curl all night.
You can't tell from this angle. Looks like the ball's on about the 8-yard line.
8-yard line, yeah, it looks better from here now. Now it's 1st and 15 from the 8. Devin Wofford in the backfield along with Derek Mack, number 1, who gets the ball, and he's looking to pass the ball to number 10, and he's got him right there, and he comes out of the tackle and picks up another 2 or 3 yards.
What number 10 did after he caught the ball, and we're talking about Ashby, he twisted, he spun.
Yep.
And he broke the tackle of both of them. It's a good shot of you. I'm standing up. I better sit down so you can see who I am.
Well, you're standing up so you can see what's going on.
I know.
There it goes. He's still looking over here. Intercepted by Hampton. 6 pick. Do it. Call him whatever you want to. Right into his arm, and that was Daz Newsom. Am I correct? Number 5? No? We'll find out who that was. I thought it was Daz Newsom.
As soon as he turned around, I'll see him.
6'6" Football-Hampton.
Number 8.
Number 8.
He watched,
Taekwon Brown.
he watched that quarterback and just stepped right in the zone where that ball was coming.
Taekwon Brown, sorry to get that wrong at the beginning, buddy. What a great pick that was for your team.
6 pick. 6 pick. I like that. Pick 6.
Now the flag on the front
We
end.
got a flag here.
What's going on? You got any idea?
Flag. I know that. We'll see what happens.
Well, Allen will tell us. It's against Norview, and they're going to go for 2.
Encroachment. Defense. Half the distance, and it's still a point after touchdown.
What else would it be?
He just wants to make sure the crowd is well informed. Don't be picking on Allen. He went to the same school you did.
That was a good school.
I know.
All right,
My boys went there.
27-14 here. Well, right through there.
Yeah.
Boom. Quillen goes easily in for the 2 points. 29-14. Hampton Crabbers on a great, what did I call it, 6 picks by Taekwon Brown.
Well, to make any difference, but the big thing is that 2-point conversion. Now that really, even though they scored, they're going to have to go for 2, so they're only down by 7.
Right.
And if they don't get to 2, they're down by 9. That hurts.
Yes, it does. Smart move by the Crabbers on that
Absolutely.
conversion play. No question about that
They
at
give
all.
him the half the distance, so you only got a yard and a half to go. And give the ball to Quillen, find that seam, and that's what he did.
Or let
Boom.
it fall down. He'll get it, one or the other. You know he will.
Well, I tell you right now, we got to come up with a player of the game. My hat goes off to number 8, the 6-pick guy, Taekwon Brown. But now, you know, Quillen's done a great job. Daz Newsom's doing a great job. Defensively, I think Hampton's played real well. What we got here? Oh, he was the young man who made the touchdown on the
Opening kickoff.
yeah. That was the
Kickoff goes to the 20-yard line. It's returned to the 25, the 30. He's hit and brought down at about the 31-yard line.
Kickoff for the Pilots, number 3, Christian Oliver.
That was number 3 for the Norview Pilots, Christian Oliver.
On the tackle, number 42, Kareem Williams for the Crabbers.
But we are going to pick a player of the game for the Hampton Crabbers tonight, and that player will get a T-shirt. Comes from Tidewater Team Sports. Dave Chubb and Terry McLemore there.
Thank you, gentlemen,
and
again,
we
once
do
again, all
really
these years.
appreciate that. I got a call from Dave while we was over to Norview. We just got in the car and coming back. He said, I've been thinking about you guys, see what you're doing. I said, we're over in Norview talking to the coaches. Want to thank you again for the player of the games.
Ooh, nice defensive stop by the Crabbers there as Derek Mack faked the handoff to Marks, took it himself, and went down, boom, real quickly. Picked up a couple of yards.
I didn't see who picked up the tackle on that, but
It was a Crabber.
right side of the field.
Nice camera shot right there from the ground level. Look at that. Mack throws it right to number 10. He
That's
drops
great.
it.
Well, no, was that-
not intercepted. It's incomplete.
Actually, number 23 got his hand on number 22. I'm sorry, number 22 got his hand on for the Crabbers and knocked the ball away, and that's Anton Brown. And, you know, I'm looking at defense for the player of the game tonight because I think the Hampton Crabbers have done some great job on the defensive side of the ball.
They've played real well on the defensive side. Back looking short, got a man right there, and that's Marks, and he can't hold on to it. It rolls off his shoulder, thrown right on his back shoulder.
And that brings up a 4th down. You got the punt if you're Norview. You can't give Hampton the short field.
I don't know.
Well,
8 minutes to go is a lot of time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But
you give Hampton the ball here. If you don't make it, then Hampton's going to get the ball in great field position.
They're going to take that chance, Bob. They're going to take that chance.
Well, they got a lot of confidence in their offense, which is, and Coach Cotton knows what his team can do, what they're capable of.
He knows what those two guys can do right there. And Mack looks and he throws it to number 5, Marks,
and he got the
gets the first down.
Well, the defensive man who usually gets marked rushed the quarterback that time. You look at all those guys out there, even the linemen, how clean their jerseys are.
Oh, yeah.
You look at Mark, number 5.
Look at 74-60.
Look at 5's jersey.
Dirty.
Look at it.
Yes.
I mean, it is
Look at
1's
dirty jersey on the back and the side.
Yeah, these guys have been on the ground all night. Great call on that 4th down conversion.
An excellent execution by Mack and his buddy Mark. Mack with it, looks on that side again, checks off, goes the other way, and he throws deep, and he's got a man open, and it's intercepted by Daz Newsome on the far side. He comes down across the 40, the 45, excuse me.
Wow. He just like a center fielder. He just got his eye on that ball, and that was his. And that could be really could hurt him, because now Hampton's got the ball. They can run the clock. You know, you got two opponents now if you're Norview. The score and the clock.
Exactly.
And the Crabbers.
That's 3 opponents.
Well,
watch the replay on this. Back wants to throw to the left side. He's pressured right here and throws it deep.
But he was hit just as he threw that ball. Whoa.
Ooh.
And that was Quillen. Wow.
Around the right side, he gets almost clothesline there.
But he still picked up about 6 yards on the play.
Wow. Great job by Jovan Quillen on that.
And, you know, as long as you don't throw the ball and it's incomplete, the clock's going to run.
That's what it's doing, down to about 7 minutes and 5 seconds. And they're running it again. It's Jovan Quillen. He finds the edge, and he gets a seam and gets close to the 36-yard line.
They're going to spot it right at the 37, I think, is where they've got it.
Important thing is it's a
first down. Clock stops. Move the chain. Now it starts again.
And you can see it started right there on the screen in front of you. 6 minutes and 54 seconds. It's counting down as the Crabbers come up to the line of scrimmage at about the 38.
And they don't need to be in any hurry.
Nope. Nice and easy.
And the direct snap that time to Smith.
And he'll get down to about the 35-yard line on his forward momentum. And that'll be a pickup of a few yards right there for the Crabbers.
And Norview's going to call their second timeout. That gives them 1 timeout remaining. And Hampton's got the ball second. And
timeout. Norview.
The ball is spotted at about the 34. So it'll be second and what, about 5 or 6?
Please reset the game clock. 6:25.
6:25.
Yeah, they called timeout. The clock kept running. So 6:25 for Mr. Ewing over there. And they have not moved the down marker. Now the down marker is still back at the 38-yard line. The ball's at the 35. Now why have they not moved the ball now? He's going to wait. He said, okay, now you can move. You're allowed. Simon says, move 3 yards. Didn't know his name was Simon.
Oh, gracious. Quillen keeps it around the right side, finds the edge again, and he gets down inside the 30-yard line to about the 27, 28.
Did you see what he did? He did not go out of bounds.
Yes.
He went
He
down.
slid.
He went down before he got out of bounds, which was smart. Keep that clock going.
There we got some shaking of hands over there on the sidelines.
Well, they're going to ask him what they're going to do after the game.
I think so.
And to move the ball up a yard, that's good too. Now it's on to 28. So it's third
about a
down
yard.
in the yard, yeah. Whoa, now we calling timeout. Why are we calling timeout? Side judge on that side says, wait a minute, timeout, I got to talk about something.
Referees are going to get together and they'll decide on what they
Well,
need
he
to do.
moved the ball. One of the officials moved the ball, and I don't know why, so we'll see. Maybe, okay.
I just wanted to make sure it was third down, that everybody was on the same field
All right.
and on the same page.
Let the clock run a little bit. You got plenty of time.
Third down and 2.
And there's no way you're not going to go 4 downs here.
No. Oh, you never know. Oh, man, right there. Jovan Quillen.
Just
depends on where
found
they
it.
give him the spot.
Well, they just give him a little bit of seam. That's all he needed.
Yep.
Just pick up a couple yards.
That's what he's good at. So he does. He gets the first down. So now with 5:27 left in the game here at Darling Stadium, Hampton with another first down.
Mike Smith is right out there on the field
Oh,
talking,
yeah.
okay, this is what we're going to
yeah.
do.
Oh, yeah.
What do we got?
Quillen now has 101 yards on 16 carries.
Wow.
Is that
Oh, we got
not
to
unusual?
we got to call a timeout.
Timeout. Hampton.
Well, we didn't
That's our
have
last
a 10
and final
feet
timeout of
people on the
regulation.
field, and by the time that the offensive lineman got out there, they said, we don't want a penalty. Take a timeout. We still have one timeout left if we need it. Mike says, I want to take one of them back with me on the bus. Here's the replay.
He's not going to take any now.
Watch. This is the interception.
Watch this interception. Watch this interception. Boom. Nice. And watch how he stays. Notice the footwork over there, Bob,
Yeah.
that he kept in bounds.
And he's
Look at
directed
his
traffic.
blockers. Yeah.
I love it. You go here. Yeah. Great job by Daz Newsom.
Man, talk about a team out there.
I
today.
tell you, Myron Newsom, what a great guy
Ball
he
marked at
is.
the 26-yard line, first and
Great
10 for the
family.
Crowns.
Man,
Great athletes.
Quillen. All he needs to do is run. Oh, look at him knock the guy over there. He's feeling it. He's pumped. He's feeling it. Under 5 minutes to go in this game now, and Jovan Quillen is smelling the victory.
Yeah, I tell you, Hampton's got to be happy by the way this game is coming out.
Crabber's coming up to the line with about 4.5 minutes to go.
4 minutes and 75 seconds.
Yeah.
That's a new one.
I'll tell you what, as long as Jovan Quillen can keep following his guys and finding the crease,
Why not?
I just ride him.
Well, why
Watch
not?
there. Look
Same
at that.
place.
They're getting it. Look at that. Look at it.
He takes it across the 15-yard line, and that's a first down.
I think so. Should be.
Yep.
Depends on where they
first
spot it.
down.
Yep.
No, they're
First down.
First down, yeah.
First down, but now the first down is on the 15-yard line. Watch the replay here as Quillen gets it again, doing just what we thought he was going to do here, Bob. He just takes it, finds the crease, boom. Ooh. He was already down when the ball came loose, in case people are wondering. Don't want everybody to get excited. He fumbled the ball, No, yeah, he did fumble it, but after he was down. Yeah, he was down. He
The
was
truck
down.
is getting excited. Did you hear that?
Here he goes again, same size.
Oh, man. Well, I'm impressed with the Crabbers, how well they have played. The only way the Pilots got the second touchdown is Hampton gave them that short field. Had they kicked the ball, I don't think they would have scored. I really don't.
But don't shortchange Norview
No,
Pilots
I'm
at
not.
all. I
No.
like you and I have both said all night long. We've been very impressed, especially with Mack and Marks, the two young players in the backfield.
Their whole team has played well
together. And the defense
together.
has played tremendously well. Mistakes here and there have hurt that team more than anything tonight, as this time Smith gets it and takes it off to the right side, and he'll bull his way to the 10-yard line. They should mark his forward momentum there, number 32. So it'll be second down now for the Crabbers with 2 minutes and 57 seconds left in the game.
Norview.
The final timeout for Norview.
Final timeout
That is their
for
last
everybody.
and final timeout.
No more timeouts in this game, so the next 2 minutes 57 seconds will continue to run unless somebody throws an incomplete pass.
Unless somebody calls a timeout and then they'll throw a flag.
And then it'll be longer. Well, remember this day, ladies and gentlemen, November 20th, 2015. You're watching LSC, your local sports channel. I'm Paul Rowe along with Bob Hintz, and over my left here we have Brent Musgrove giving us some great stats today.
We got
good
great
job.
Camera crew. We got Steve Fry on the sideline, Nathaniel Braxton on the left, and Ube Gabray down here on the right. And you talk about the people in the truck, done a great job.
Oh, yeah, we've got people down there like Randy Begoli, Renee Camden. We've got Krista Campbell, Matt Buckwalter. Great crew down there. Of course, they've had a good time down there.
You're going to talk about the main guy or not?
Yeah.
You're just gonna forget it.
Whoa, I'm going to talk about this guy who's going to – whoa, somebody just got hurt. Ooh. Ooh.
And that's Quillen.
Ooh, yeah, it's Quillen, and that you don't want to see the replay on this. He's coming off to the sideline, but I'll tell you what.
He's gonna be sore tonight. He sleep well tonight.
Yeah, he took a twist right there, folks. He took a twist. Here comes the replay. I caution you ahead of time. Watch what happens here.
Whoa, he bent backwards. Whoa.
I certainly hope he's okay. He appears to be, or he thinks he is anyway. It's fourth down and 6, and he's going to flip it out, and they're going to lose it. It's a fumble. It's loose, and Norview picks it up. Of course, Norview would have it anyway if they hadn't picked up the first down. So, again, a good defensive stand by the Norview Pilots.
And Hampton was basically just running the ball at will of the right side of their offensive line, and Quillen was picking up the seam and everything. And then that last time, not only did he get hit, but then he got pulled backwards with his knee still bent, and that's scary.
Yes, it was. It's a good thing he didn't run at that time. They tried to go the opposite side. Like you said, they've been pounding the right side. They decided to give a shot to the left-hand side and see what could happen. So now
we're going to see the ball in the air.
Oh, yes, we are. There's Mack looking, and he throws it, and it is caught. Caught with an open field, and that's number 8 or 6. That same guy. 6, 8, 5. Kevin Marks. Was it Kevin Marks?
On the play. No, it's number 8.
Oh, I think it was number 5.
No, it was 5.
5,
Yeah.
Kevin Marks.
But we're coming back.
There's a long-time Hampton Crabbers supporter right there.
We got a personal foul against the Norview Pilots.
I'm sure they're not happy about that. This way, that way, probably this way. Good shot of the sideline of the Hampton Crabbers. Most of them feeling pretty good right now.
Personal foul, offense. 15 yards from the end of the run. Still, first down.
15 yards takes them back to about where they were.
Well, what, I don't understand the end of the run. Oh, the completed pass. Oh, it's right there.
Actually, not back where it
Yeah,
was. They got some yardage.
I'm confused.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
But Mac's not. He's looking downfield to eat up some yardage, and he throws it on the ground. The intended receiver.
He's 2nd and 10 with 1:57 to go in the ball game. And this is what the truck didn't want. They didn't want them to have the ball and throw the ball. It's incomplete. It stops the clock. If he goes out of bounds, it stops the clock. If he gets the first down, it stops the clock. For a while, anyway.
Mac with it again. He's getting pressured, and he throws it. Ooh.
They're both going for the ball, and that was Mac.
And Marks was the intended receiver.
Mark, and that was number
Newsom.
Daz Newsom.
Yep.
And he's still got Quillen in there playing safety.
And Bob, we've got 1 minute and 52 seconds left for you to choose somebody.
Who are we going to go with play of the game?
Yes.
Who?
Good question.
I'm asking. You got.
So I'm saying you get to pick that one.
Oh, I get to pick.
You get to pick that one.
Who did I say I wanted?
I'll support you or not support you. While Max goes back, he throws it way deep. He's got a man, but the ball is passed out of bounds. So it will be.
I'm going with Taquan Brown, number 8. Got that pick six. We're going to go with
the 6th pick.
Yeah, give that name to Mr. Musgrove.
Taquan Brown.
I know.
But a very important one.
Well, yeah, but he played well on defense. Every now and then you got to give it to a different guy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Mac with a bad center picks it up, tosses it to the sideline and out of bounds. And that was 4th down for Norview with 1 minute 41 seconds to go in this game, folks. I'm pretty confident in saying that Hampton is going to walk away a winner in this game tonight.
Yeah, we're going to give 2 player of the game, 1 on offense, 1 on defense. And we're going to go with Quillen on offense. What do you think?
I think that's a wonderful idea if they're willing to do that.
No, they'll do that. We got the church.
They'll do that, yeah.
Yeah.
I would.
So Quillen will get the player of the game for offense. And number 8, Taquan Brown, will get it for defense.
And Quillen, Brent, Quillen had, you said, over 100 yards rushing tonight?
Yes.
Over 112 yards. 112. And Smith just runs the ball off the left side, picking up a few yards. Another player down on the field.
We got 1:32 to go in the game, and I'll try to pick up the number of the injured player.
Well, I just want to say that I was really impressed with the game tonight that both these two teams played. I really enjoyed this game.
Well, you get to this level.
Yes.
And you're going to see 2 good games, and that's what you're talking about.
We did. We saw some really good games, and I hope those of you at home that are watching this game will appreciate it as much as we did. These teams were that good tonight. They were that. Like you, I can't say it enough. Mac and Mark were 2 fabulous players for Norview. Really, really
the
great.
M&M.
Yeah,
I don't mean to
M&M.
tell you,
Really
but they got good support. They've got a great offensive line. The defense, I thought, played well. I think Hampton just played a little bit better offensively than them. They got 2 good touchdowns, 1 on a pick six, 1 on the very first kickoff. And that's basically the difference of the game.
Yes.
Those 2.
It was. And I think that kickoff return that started the game, I think that was one of the quick turning points that kind of shocked everybody.
Well, but then if you remember, Norview got the ball and moved right on the field.
Sure did.
Scored, missed an extra point.
Yes.
So they never even had a chance to get the lead or even tie the game. hats off to Norview. Coach Cotton's done a great job. I want to tell you again, ECU product, my alma mater. I got to punch that in there. He's just, but, you know, he wouldn't have been a good coach if he hadn't got the resume he come in with. Turned around the Maury program, was over assistant coach over at Old Dominion before he took this job. So he's got some good resume
opponent should
coming
be
in. I
the
just,
Indian
I like
River
him. I
Braves.
just think he's done a great job.
All right, I tell you what, it looks like it's going to be a little longer than we thought on this injury here. So stay with us, folks. We're going to take a little break here, and we'll be right back with you at Darling Stadium, where Hampton is leading 29-14. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for staying with us on that quick break there. We had a little injury on the field here that took a little longer, and that's going to be wrapping up here shortly. We wish the best to the young man that got injured on that last play.
Well, that Hampton will have the ball, and it'll be, what, third down? Second down?
I think it'll be second down and 5.
No, I'm sorry. Now Hampton doesn't have the ball.
No,
Norview's got the
Norview
ball.
still has the ball.
Yeah.
Norview still has the ball. Remind you, ladies and gentlemen, that this is October the 20th, 2015. We are watching the second round playoff between the Hampton Crabbers and the Norview Pilots. Hampton with a 29-14 lead with 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the game.
Well,
I can't
you're
count
seeing
that
us
fast.
moving. By the time you said 20, it was down to 15.
Usually I do a couple of minutes or a couple of seconds ahead.
Oh, it is Hampton's ball.
Oh, it is.
I thought it was.
Oh, well, boy.
That was a direct snap to Daz Newsom, and he ran out of bounds, and guess what?
Stops the clock again
the
with
clock.
1:02 left in the game. Daz Newsom down to about the 19-yard line for the Crabbers. Yes, I forgot that on that last play. That was a 4th down.
So it's now, it was second down.
Was it second down?
Yeah, it was second down. Now it's first down.
What's it down?
Oh, that's what you find on
Why
the
do they call them downs? They're
That's because
really
you find it
trying
on
to
a
get
duck.
up.
No, they find that on a duck. I'll let you think about that for a minute.
What's the difference between a duck? And Hampton more or less just takes a knee right there.
And that's the thing to do. Just let this clock run out.
Yeah. About 40-some seconds left. Hampton 29-14 is going to win this second-round playoff game in Division 5 against Norview. And do we know who they're going to meet next, Bob?
I don't know who it's Kickotan and whoever Kickotan's playing.
Salem? Isn't it Salem?
Yeah, I think it is. I'm not sure.
It is Salem. Yep, they're taking a knee. Who is that they have there? Taking the knee for, was it number 10? And takes the knee with 12 seconds, and folks, that ought to be the end of the game right there from Darling Stadium. The Hampton High School Crabbers have won their second-round playoff this year against the Norview Pilots. A final score of Hampton 29 and Norview 14.
And a player of the game, Taquan Brown on defense, and Javon Quillen on offense.
Two good selections. Two really, really good selections. Once again, I want to thank everybody on our crew tonight. We've named you several times. We appreciate all the work you've done today. And for the big guy down in the truck, Andy, a super job tonight. A super job for what we had to do here. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us tonight. It is again November the 20th, 2015. And we are LSC, your local sports station. From Bob Hintz, from Ben Musgrove, and everybody else, my name is Paul Rowe. Have a good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you at the next game.